Get ready, because Banter with RichiebB Productions is launching an all-new podcast network. 4 shows, 4 hosts, 1 powerhouse of paranormal and cryptid entertainment all week long. Kick off your week on Tuesdays with the one and only Wojo, host of Home of the Boom. He's diving deep into the world of cryptids, Bigfoot, and the mysteries that shake the woods. Interviews, investigations, and the loudest boom in the cryptid community every Tuesday from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then on Wednesdays, prepare to drift into the unknown with Amanda Lombardo, your guide on the Phantom Navigator. From haunted legends to chilling stories from around the globe, Amanda is charting a course straight through the supernatural, plus guests who live to tell the tales. Catch her from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you dare. Fridays get a little darker and a whole lot prettier. Join Sam from Sam's Pretty Paranormal, where makeup meets the macabre. It's Sam After Dark, spooky storytelling, and her fan favorite segment, Cooking for the Dead. Tune in every Friday from 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for glam, goosebumps, and all things ghoulish. And every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the flagship show returns, Banter with RichieB Live, featuring RichiebB and Wojo. From updates to investigations to wild discussions, this is the core of the network. Raw, real, and always unpredictable. Spend your Saturday evenings with the duo that started it all. 4 nights of content, 4 incredible hosts, cryptids, ghosts, glam, stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat. This is the Banter with RichiebB Podcast Network.
Good morning. Welcome to Banter with RichiebB Live.
Somewhere beyond the beaten path, beyond the whispers in the woods and the stories around the fire, lurks one of the greatest mysteries of our time: Bigfoot. For decades, legends have echoed through the forests, footprints left behind, sightings that defy logic, and questions that demand answers. But this isn't just folklore. This is a call to investigate, to explore, and to uncover the truth. Banter with RichiebB isn't just another show. It's a community, a movement, a hub for genuine research, real conversations, and boots-on-the-ground discovery. Every episode dives deep into evidence, expert interviews, field investigations, and the drive to seek what others say is impossible. If you believe in asking questions, if you're ready to get your boots dirty, and if you think the unknown deserves more than just a passing glance, then follow Banter with RichiebB. Stay informed, stay sharp, and maybe, just maybe, be the one who finds the truth hiding in the trees.
I love you, baby Jack. I want you guys to keep climbing. I love you, Mama. Wojo's gonna get us out of here because that's what he does.
That's right. Hey, nice meeting you all. Thank you for being on there. And yes, we are home of the boom. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Everybody hear me okay? Because you know that thing does that, right? Welcome to Banter RichiebB. We are live, baby. Check it out. The studio is coming together. I got a wall out front, finally. I'm waiting for a bucket of screws to get here, by the way. Bucket of screws. That's pretty cheap for a bucket of screws, to be honest with you. It reminds me of the 80s. But anyways, back to you, Bob. Check it out, everybody. We have our friend, Mr. Paul Fraizer here from Western Ohio Bigfoot Research. This guy's a nut. by the way. I just been wanting to say that out loud for a long time because I watch him research with him and his dog in the middle of nowhere. Just them. I'm like, man, you crazy. And I'm pretty nuts myself, but dude's nuts. I got some of his evidence up on ready to go on the wall of evidence. Remember we used to do that with the wheel? We should do that with the wall, right? It's going to be a kick-ass show. I might even have time to sneak in a few things that Wojo discovered at the gifted chair the other day. Remember that place was annihilated. There was print. They were very messy. It was very odd. They're usually more careful than that. But I think that area that it's in is tough to traverse for us. It is for them. So it makes it a little bit tougher to, obviously a lot easier for them, but a little tougher to kind of, go incognito, right? But anyways, there's some evidence on those peanut butter jars. There was 2 feathers that we found. We left one at the chair and put one on the world's best knocking tree. And we're going to see if they're still there. I'm taking them home because I'm pretty sure they were meant for me. So too bad. They're mine. And yeah, things were just scattered all around. There was big, heavy prints. Big Boy was back. And the beautiful part about this is that I feel that Salinon was back because we measured that print. It was 18 inches. We have not seen that in a very long time. Very long time. I got that snow print that we know is his. But there's another clue with the peanut butter jar that might actually tie in saying it is him. So we might get to that tonight. We're going to hope we do. But Paul Fraizer is here. We have his evidence. More importantly than Paul, we have Wally, the Bigfoot detective, canine, kick-ass. We're going to get to meet him tonight, too, because I know you guys all love puppies. Who doesn't love puppies, right? So let's get Wojo right in. If you haven't shared this out, share it out. Super Chat is open. Always appreciated for the Peanut Butter and Zinger Fund, as Kurt called it. Please help yourselves to that. The merch store is dead. We need to get that going again. So if you've already bought something, just put it out there and tell your friends, man. Get it going, Stickers, patches, anything, right? Let's get it going. We are obviously always worldwide on Dark Realm TV. We're on every Amazon Fire Stick, every Roku television, Dark Realm TV, where fear lives. And then, of course, the Media Squatch app. Get the Media Squatch app, completely free. A ton of entertainment on there. There's a few big names coming in there, too, by the way, I've been noticing. So definitely check them out. And then H-Low Media. Check out H-Low Media. H-Low Outdoors. Our boy Dustin Daniels, we're over there. He's always playing us every Tuesday night, and we appreciate him very much. Also, you can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and, of course, YouTube. Hit that like, subscribe, and you got to hit that notify because we're going live come Monday. We're doing a double. We have not done a double in a little while, but we are doing a double on Monday, man. We're going to start out at the beginning. We're going to go around and check it out, see what's going on. I really want to discuss a gifting area over there. I really do. I think I want to go into the dead zone and set up a gifting area. I'm just saying, that's just me. It's just a matter of how much can we frequent it, right? Do you leave something there for 3 weeks because you haven't gotten back, But we'll talk about it and see what we can do. That's definitely something as an option. Let me know your input on that, how you guys feel about that. Of course, you're not doing the footwork. It's a little bit easier for you to decide. And then we're going to be going back over to the zone, all right? We're going to head over there. And we might be there at like dark time too. So you know what happens after dark, right? Huh? Gets a little crazy over there. So check us out. If you're here now, please share it out. Wojo's coming in to say hello, and then we're going to bring in our guest. Happy Saturday to everybody. I hope you had a great day. I had a week off last week. Much needed, I might add. The network is doing awesome. The BanterWithRichieB podcast network, absolutely kick ass. I'm watching the numbers go up. The shows go up. You guys are supporting everybody. Thank you so much for that. It means the world to us. If we can expand it and push it, thank you. Do what you can, right? If you see somebody you know them and you're like, hey, you like podcasts, check these dudes out. They're all nuts. You know what I mean? Get us a hookup, right? Much, much appreciated. And like I said, we have a new podcaster coming in, and I saw her in the audience. Miss Jean Tewksbury has been sitting in on meetings with the podcast crew. She sat in her very first meeting the other day, and she's been working with Restream on her own, and she's getting up to par before we launch. And 2 weeks before we launch, you guys will start seeing the promos. And I know you're going to want to help Gene out because Gene is an amazing researcher with a plethora of knowledge. So, and she says, what the hell a lot. And that's always a good time, right? So share us out. Let's get Wojo in. We're going to say hello and we're going to get this show started. We are going to interview Paul for a little while, get to know Paul. You guys had some questions from his last visit where he was kind of reviewing our evidence. Now we're reviewing his evidence and some of the stuff I found, man, on his page. I didn't show him. He don't know what I have on the wall of evidence tonight. I don't do that. I want it to be organic. I want to know exactly what's going on, exactly what you say when I put it up there. I want to know everything, right? But I want it to be natural. Just be natural, organic, right? That's what I love. All right, cool. Enough of that nonsense. That's right, Jim. Hang on a minute. Oh, yeah, I'm a rock star. All right, here we go. Let's do this stuff. Let's see what Donkey's up to. Hee-haw. Oh, Donkey. Oh, boy. Here we go.
What's up? Boom! Oh, by the way, it's double weekend. Boom! Because we are going out doing that double on Monday. I can't wait.
Double. The double. Let's say hi to everybody. I pulled my TV off the wall, by the way. As you can see, it's right next to me because my friend Martin's going to bring me down a 55-inch someday. Or I'll meet him halfway. That's only fair, right? I mean, if I have a car that'll make it, I'll go. I'll pedal. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Good luck.
Yeah, I won't pedal. Is this thing on? Can you hear that? I can't hear my mic.
I can hear it, Bill.
Oh, you can?
I can hear it.
Oh, I must have turned my reverb way down. I like how Sam's like, Wojo.
Oh, shit.
All right, let's go. Let's see who the first. Oh, look at the first one in is Mr. Ernie Davio. Right there. There's his stuff. Right there in my house, in my podcast studio, which is looking awesome. Did I mention? This place is. I love it.
What's up, Ernie?
It's like a little piece of solitude, solascaflascable. If that was a word, it would be amazing. Somebody get on that. What's up, Ernie? What's up, Mr. Kenneth Wilkinson? Hello, good to see you. I really should turn my reverb up a little bit because I don't know if I'm yelling, but I usually yell and everybody's used to it, right? Mary's here. Love you, Mary.
Hello, Mary.
Let's see. Oh, order something from your store. Can I send you a check? Whoa, I really like the Sam. I don't know what Sam has, but they're drop ship usually. Usually you have to order off the site. I don't know if that's the way Sam does it or not. But you can use, typically with drop ships, you just use your debit card. Perfectly safe to do so. So a little insight. And we got a lot of good merch up, and we're trying to get everybody's merch up. And we're talking about having the podcast network as a whole. We have our own merch. So you guys can check out all your favorite podcasters right here, and you can wear them on some cool shirts. Because it's not just like shirts. They're actually cool. Like a buddy of mine designed this for me. He's local. So I wanted to give a local guy some business. So, this is what I get to bring to like festivals and stuff. But even
you get cool merch like this. Oh, shoot.
Sense and Shadows. It is the right one. And then you can get this badass hat like that. And Wojo's got his own coming out with Jackson with the flames and everything like that. I like the one that's standing there like this. That's the one. I want to see that dude on a hat. Matter of fact, I got the power. I'm going to put him on a hat, whether you like it or not. I like that.
High energy Jackson. That's what I like. Oh.
High energy, baby. Why won't this move? Oh, my God. What's it doing? Please move. All right. Well, let me X out of chat and then X back in the chat. Oh, God. Fucking restream. And then I go near your pictures and it brings up the cameras on the side. Okay.
If you need a hand, Rich, I can read off some of the people for you.
Yeah, I just got to do it from the bottom. Kurt's here. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Martin's here. Ohio Bigfoot. What's up, Tim? Good to see you, bro. Ron's here. What's up, Vexticide? Benzo from Australia, baby. D-Hoot is in the house. Watch your attitude. She can shoot. She's got great aim. Johnny T.
GT.
Johnny T. Sam, the executive producer of the Banter with Richie B podcast network.
Sam.
She the boss, man.
I hope she's feeling better.
Yes, please feel better. I hope you're feeling better, man. Lori Ladd. Hello, Lori Ladd. Good to see you, my friend. You guys want to stick around for this conversation? You want to stick around for the evidence that we have coming up with more conversation? Thought it was Eric. Oh, boy. I was messing with the Vogels because I didn't hear back from them when I sent them a text. I'm like, we still friends? And then I started sending them pictures of evidence because it's like a bread trail. You like drop little bread trails, a little piece of evidence, and the Vogel's like, you know. Yeah. Why do I have? What is going on in the private chat? Really? Did you put that in the private chat?
Yeah, I was trying to pump you up.
You're so weird. You're just playing with new stuff.
Of course I'm weird.
Well, that's right, Tim. Speaking of Vogel, there's Tim Vogel. What's up? Hope you didn't hear what I said.
Hello, Tim.
Oh my God.
What?
So stupid.
Think it's funny? So stupid. All right, bye.
I can hear.
Oh, by the way, boom.
Yep, boom.
A little Godzilla.
Boom. Mooncat's in the house. What's up, Mooncat?
Hey, Mooncat.
Pamela. Hello, Pamela. Good to see you. Good to see everybody here. I want to get this show rolling because I got your interest and I want to keep it. I want to keep the interest. Hoosa. Keep it.
Power.
But I love saying hi to everybody too because it's so much fun.
Yeah.
It is.
I know.
It's always good
Chat
to see
room's
all
like
the
on
faces.
fire.
It is on fire. Keep it going, man. That is the only stat I look at. I don't care about views. I love chats. When you guys chat back and forth and I get off my show and there's like almost 800 of them, I just get fired up, man. Fired up. Huh, Woj? I love it. That's the only one I talk about. All right, put the damn thing down. Jesus, what is going on?
Well, Sam said, Wojo is Godzilla. Of course. Godzilla.
You should put that on your key ring.
Yeah. I don't want to lose my keys.
How are you doing today, Wojo? You seem pretty uplifted today, pretty upbeat.
I am, well, as you were talking about earlier, yeah. I mean, because, look, I got the itch. Can't wait to go back out in the woods, first of all.
Let's go.
And Richie was, like, rearranging his studio and everything, so I'm like, I can't wait for going out. And then he was showing me pictures of the peanut butter jar and stuff like that of old evidence. And I'm like, you know what? I want to go over my backpack in the truck and start
grabbing our evidence from the other day.
And I was just on my kitchen counter and I had the flashlight, I had the gloves on, and I'm sitting there looking like a mad scientist. And wow, we got some strange, interesting stuff, guys. I don't know when you want to reveal that, Rich, but
yeah, well, it's all about Paul tonight. So Chaos Stand-Up Productions is in the house. What's up? Everybody get over to YouTube.
Captain Chaos.
Give like, give subscribe, give notify to Chaos. Chaos is our friends. That is Mr. Tinsley and Mr. Matt out there doing.
And I saw Mr. Porter on here too.
I did. I saw Mr. Porter. You're right. Hello, Mr. Porter. Sorry I missed you. Wojo told me to skip you.
Come on, he's a legend.
I'm taking shots any way I can. Richard, do you think they change things around out there in daytime and nighttime or both? Are we doing questions already, D-Hoot? This woman, she is already thinking before she comes into our shows. Jack Warren, what's up, Jack Warren? Welcome to the show. Good to see you, my friend. Mr. Welcome. Jack Warren, everybody say hello to Jack. Give him a warm welcome to the Banter WithRichieB family, because once you're here, you're pretty much family. I think I saw that on a commercial one time, right? You want to just get Paul in here and hang out with Paul, because Paul Fraizer is the kind of dude you hang out with. And let me tell you something. I'm going to say this right now. When Paul comes on, I want you guys to think of one thing, just one visual, just not a visual, but just close your eyes and listen and think Hank Hill. All right, here we go. Here we go. You ready? Oh, I hope he says, how you doing, Bobby, when he comes in. Hey, Paul, could you say, how you doing, Bobby, when you come in? All right, you ready?
Hey, how you doing, Bobby?
What the hell was that? You trying to be from Boston or something? What was that? That ain't Hank Hill. Jeez, dude. Jeez.
I'm here to banter.
What's up, Paulie?
I forgot about that last time. Paul Fraizer, good to see you, my friend. Western Ohio, Bigfoot research. Obviously, you guys know what to do when you see one of the guests with their socials, man. Go get them. Do your thing. Work your thing. And I'm going to tell you something, dude. I like your stuff because you're so secluded most of the time. And it's you and Wally the dog. Can everybody say hi to Wally? Where's Wally?
Come here, Wally.
Yeah, Wally's going to say hi, everybody. Hey, Wally! Wally's awesome. Wally is awesome.
Such a good Squatch dog.
We found out Wally's 3 years old. And I'm going to get to the Wally. I got some Wally questions, by the way. And hi, Wally. Can you see me, buddy? Can you see me? Hey, bud.
He can't hear you.
No, that's all right. He can hear me. He can hear me through your headphones. He's a dog. Jeepers Cripes, man. What is going on in Ohio? So my thing is, when I'm watching you, dude, you guys is pretty secluded most of the time. Like, I know you go to different like campgrounds or whatever, I should say, national forest type places. But some of your campsites that I've seen, dude, you kind of raw, right?
Yeah, that last one, I had to bring a portable toilet. It wasn't a campground. It was wilderness area down in Kentucky.
Yeah, that's down in Kentucky. So you're in Kentucky. You're so far out that you got to bring the old the Wojo party, we call them, and we don't call them that. I just did for the first time, and I think it's good. But anyways, we're gonna sell that. Actually, we're gonna sell a Wojo wilderness dumper. That's what we're gonna call it. Yeah, right. Let your mojo go in a Wojo. You know what I mean? Huh? Yeah, I like it. What kind of dog is Wally? Our friend Lori Ladd would like to know.
I think that he has miniature Doberman and possibly black and tan coonhounds is what I'm thinking. He's from West Virginia.
Oh, okay.
And I got him at a shelter here in Ohio.
Okay.
Oh, God bless you.
Great.
For that.
Beautiful.
But if you've heard him howl, he sounds like a coon dog when he howls.
Yeah, you know what? I watched one of your videos and he made a barking sound and I'm like, what the hell's that? And you get over and you were talking about yeah, it was weird. It was like he was like whatever the hell he was doing. I'm like, and Paul goes over and goes, Wally, what you looking at? And I think he was scaring off a possum or something, or a raccoon or something.
Oh yeah, it was a possum.
Yeah, do you call them opossums in Ohio?
I just call them possum.
Well, you call Ohio. You call Ohio. You don't call it opossum an opossum.
Opossum.
Yeah.
This is crazy. So. All right, what possessed you? I mean, a lot of people do it, and we've had a dog come out with us one time, and she had to be taken out of the woods and never to return. Like not even halfway through. What was it, like a half hour into our investigation? 40 minutes tops.
Half hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah, and we just said she was getting really. You could see how tense she was getting, And I want to get into all the signs and signals and stuff too, associated with Wally while you're researching, but. How old is Wally when you bring Wally to the woods with you? And now I know you camp regular, so camping and bringing the dog, no big deal. Everybody does it. But do you do that for a little while before you just bring her out to the secluded area? Or her? A girl named Wally.
I kind of go back and forth on whether to bring him because he's good to have because he has those senses that I don't. He'll notice stuff. He'll hear stuff. He'll just sense when something's around.
Of course, yeah.
But I also wonder if he doesn't keep them from coming in closer because they don't want to get too close when they know a dog will sense them. So I kind of go back and forth with whether to bring him.
I think that's interesting. How do you feel about safety? How do you feel about safety? Does that bother you? Does that make you nervous? What happened? What happened? Are you there? I'm talking. Hello? Check 1 2 check.
Oh, he's talking to you.
I don't know if you saw yeah. I froze for a second.
Oh,
I think, or you
not
froze,
on not on our end. Not on our end, yeah.
Okay. I figured it was me then.
Yeah, so how do you feel as far as like safety goes with him? Do you feel like he's okay? Are you worried about him running off when he
I don't worry about him running off. He stays right with me, but I don't know if you saw the one where I was out there and there was I heard coyotes, so I called him over to me. And then I heard another pack on the other side of it. So I was in between two packs of coyotes,
Oh boy.
and I was a little worried about it then because you don't know if they'll go after him or not, but
Right,
depends on
right,
how hungry they are.
right. Do we have protection when we're out there?
I didn't that night. I just went out there to get swap out my memory card on my recorder,
Oh yeah.
and it got dark on me, and I didn't think they'd be out that early, but they were.
Oh yeah. That's a great question, D Hoot. That's staying on the Wally thing. What kind of signals does he give you? Does he whimper? Does he just bark? Is he kind of a pointer? Like what does he do?
Uh, well, there's times where he'll just like stick right to my leg. But
Oh
most of the time he's wandering all over the place,
yeah,
sniffing everything. I mean, he doesn't go too far. He always stays pretty close. Like if I see something interesting, I'll stop, be taking a picture, just looking at it, and then I'll look back and he's sitting down there waiting on me. He
yeah.
doesn't go very far, but there are times where he'll just stick right to my leg. So where I guess he must sense something. I was a little nervous down in Kentucky because down there you got bear, mountain lion, bobcat,
Yeah.
coyotes.
Yeah.
So I had to
Yeah,
really keep an eye on him.
Well, that's what I mean when I say protection, because a lot of people don't, like the protection with Bigfoot and stuff. People get a little
I
uptight
did
about
have a
that stuff.
16 gauge with me there, and I usually carry bear spray is what I usually have, but
Yeah, because I'm not worried about Bigfoot, but if I was in an area like you guys, we don't have any of that stuff, I do believe the cats are making a comeback, to be quite honest with you, and we actually
yeah.
have some evidence of that being a possibility. But does D who wants to know, does Wally sniff out prints yet?
No, I haven't seen him do that. My the dog I had before him, you would have liked him. He was like a miniature Rottweiler.
Oh,
His
okay.
name was Tank. He was
Yeah.
like all muscle. He was small though. He's like knee high, but he was like all muscle, like a Rottweiler. And there was one time where I took him over there, and he was running down the trail, and he just slammed on the brakes and started smelling the ground for a minute, and then he went on. And by the time I got up there where he was at, I looked and it looked like a print right there. So,
Oh, he picked something up.
and he found I have a picture of a dead coyote that he found. I walked right by it. It was off the trail a little ways, and I didn't even see it, but he found it.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
huge, man.
wow.
What's that?
Yeah.
Spoon in them. Paul, so what is like the furthest point from your campsite, from your or from your camp on your investigations when you bring Wally around? Like distance wise, how far have you gone with Wally? And how's Wally's energy for the day? Like is Wally like still like pretty upbeat or pretty much drained? Like in an
Well,
hour, 2 hours,
down in
5 minutes.
Kentucky, that was a mile hike that we did down to the bridge, and there was that one point where he ran up on this ridge. On one side of the trail is like straight up, and on the other side is straight down. And he went up on the ridge part, on the high part, and there was like a cave up there, and I was worried. I didn't know if there'd be any bears denned up right now or not.
Yeah.
So I kind of called him back, and he started to come back. Well, he started coming down the hill,
Oh.
and it was like a rock drop off right there. And I don't know if there's a video I put on my channel. I said Wally the Wonder Dog, because he ran down a little ways and got on this big log, a big tree that had fallen. He ran down that tree and jumped off. I thought that was pretty funny, but he had me worried. I thought he was going to try to come down that rock face, and that would not have been good. But
No.
I yelled
right.
stop, and he kind of went on
Dude,
the other way.
Yeah, see, that's what I always wanted, because I love the benefits of having an animal. You know what I mean? With the extra senses and things like that. And Wally's just 3,
Yeah.
you said backstage. So
3.
yeah, I think you
Yeah.
guys are going to adapt to different types of signaling and things as he grows older. You know what I mean? I think that's
Yeah.
just a natural process. You know what I mean? You can't help it, right? And then Benno says he wants to know if you can, could you put some spiky leather armor on Wally to protect him from the critters?
I do want to get him. They call it like a coyote collar that has spikes on it, because they always go for the neck.
Right.
I do want to get him one of those. I'd feel a lot better if he had that.
Yep. Yeah, we got links coming up, but yeah, Sam, if you got a minute to put up the link, that'd be great. But thank you very much. Appreciate that. That's D Hoot, our other producer. That's pretty good, right?
And to answer the rest of Wojo's question,
Yep.
once it gets sundown, he's ready for bed. That's
Yeah.
Hank was the same way. As soon as
Yeah.
the sun goes down, he's ready to sleep.
Oh, you must run them ragged, man. I mean, for a little dude like that
Yeah.
out there running around, plus the energy if you're running into things. I know, like
Yeah.
the other day I came home and I was drained, man. There was something around us at all times. It was constant movement, constant sounds, noises. Then the lights hit and we're watching the lights and oh my God, dude. And by the time you leave there, you get home and you just feel like you're zapped almost every time. And not really like zapped because zapped lasts about 3 days. But
Yeah.
but for me anyways, twice I had it. It was almost almost 4 days exactly. I always see the number 3.75 in my head when I got zapped. For some reason, that's what it felt like. By the fourth day, I was just about normal. But anyway, so he must take in a lot of that energy too. You know, when you do find things. Have you been flanked with Wally at all? Do you have have you ever been flanked first of all at all out there researching, like where there's movement around you, things like that? I mean, you seem like you just kind of chill though. You know what I mean? I'm like, you're just like, hey, what's up, Big? Hey, Bigfoot, how you doing? You know?
Yeah. I mean, the only time I really could say for sure that I thought, that I knew for sure there was one close was when I was in Alabama, and I didn't have him with me. I was by myself that night. But
yeah, the flanking would be something different, I think, with a dog, and then some other unknown creature, right? So that would be something that would be kind of alarming. You know what I mean? But you guys have a good relationship. I mean, for a young dog, he listens right to you. I have watched some of your videos, and he's like, "Yeah, okay, Dad, I'm on my way." He comes right back. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like when he was with that possum, I wasn't sure how he would do calling him back, but he did come right back to me, so that was good. He's not really much of like a dog that will go after him. He'd just bark at him. He won't, like try to kill him or anything.
No, right. He'll let you know where they are. I think he just would let you know. Like I've even thought of bringing my dog out, but he's a fluffy little bitch. Anyway,
well, he's got little legs though, Rich.
Yeah, I could put him on my back.
I think he was just kind of warning me, hey, there's a possum, or that's what it seemed like. He was just like warning me, hey, there's a threat over here, this possum. And then when I went back over there and saw what it was, and he came right to me. So
yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Kurt says, I wonder if dog urine would upset or make Sasquatch more curious. Just being, I don't think there's too many wild dogs probably not familiar with that scent. I don't know. I mean, would the scent be different compared from a wild dog, a coyote dog, based off of diet? Right? I mean, I know the dog next door's treats is broccoli. We all know what broccoli does to urine. You know what I mean? I'm sure, Bigfoot doesn't have too much broccoli mocking around trees while he's out there, So, yeah, I think that's a good point, and I'm sure they would notice. They notice everybody's scent, I think. D-Hoot says, you got a lot of questions rolling in, and I knew you would, brother. Has he done the night investigations, and have you seen lights like we see lights?
Yeah, I've done a lot of night investigations out in Oklahoma. I was out there several times in Ouachita National Forest, but I never did see or hear anything. I was out there about 2 a.m, like 3 nights in a row.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't take Wally. I was by myself. And then when I went to Alabama, what had happened was we went to my grandson's. They do Bible quizzing where they memorize scripture, and it's pretty amazing how well they memorize stuff. But it was in Pensacola, so we went down there. I used it as an excuse to go Bigfooting, but told my wife, "Hey, we should go down there, show our support and everything." So we went down there to Pensacola and stayed in a B&B with my son. And the last night, I drove up into Alabama. I was going to go to the national forest there, but when I was looking at the map, there was a place called Boggy Hollow, and I was like, "Oh man, I got to check that place out." There's a wildlife management area, and I went there first. I got there; it was like an hour drive from Pensacola up there, and I think the tournament was over about 10:30, so I didn't get there till it was close to midnight when I got there. And I was just by myself, and I walked around in there for a while, about an hour, and I never heard nothing, didn't see much. And then right before I ended up leaving, I saw a light, just a single light, and I thought it was like from a porch light or security light at a house off
Yeah.
in the distance. But the next day I looked at a map and there's no houses anywhere around there. It's nothing but woods.
Mm.
And I saw it. It was bright. It was a white light, and it wasn't moving or anything. But I mean, it wasn't eye shine. I could see it plainly without shining a light on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I thought it was a porch light or something. And then it disappeared. Well, then I kept walking toward it, trying to determine what it was, and it disappeared. And kept walking that direction, and then I saw it again, but it seemed farther away when I saw it the second time. And then it disappeared again, and I kept walking that way, and then I saw it one more time, and I just determined it was a porch light, and I ended up leaving.
Mm-hmm.
But now I don't think that's what it was. I think it was like looking around a tree that's what I was seeing, but I don't know.
That sounds like kind of like what we deal with, right, Woj? The way he's talking about walking and it's still there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, there's been plenty of times where, me and Richie just seeing the bright lights and then all of a sudden it disappears, but yet you move like another 5 feet and it's like a flashlight in your face. Actually, it's like that the last investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, real bright.
Yeah, they're bright.
It's real bright, but they tend to hide, like stay low to the ground, go behind the bushes. So, yeah, they just don't want you to see them.
I left there and drove to, it's called Seneca National Forest in southern Alabama. And I went there, and same thing. I walked around there for quite a while, and I did see some eyes. I saw some eyes shine. I heard something off to my left, and I looked over, and I saw two eyes looking at me over top of this tall grass. It was about 3 foot high grass.
Ooh, nice.
And it was looking up over it. And I saw them blink. They're looking right at me. And so I grabbed my thermal out real quick and looked with my thermal, and I didn't see anything. And then when I pulled my thermal down and looked, I didn't see anything. So I thought, well, it's probably a deer took off. So I didn't think much about it. I went a little farther, and I heard something on the other side. I looked over, saw eye shine again, got my thermal out. Yeah, it's a deer. So I thought, yeah, that was probably a deer too. So I didn't think much about it. I kept on going. And it was getting pretty cold. It was in March, and I was surprised how cold it was being in lower Alabama, just above Florida. But I was getting kind of cold, and I wasn't hearing anything, so I thought, well, I'm just going to head out. So I went to head back to the car, and I didn't realize I went the wrong direction. I was heading deeper in, and I saw these real tall bushes. I mean, they were taller than me, and I was like, I don't remember seeing them. So I got my app out and looked. Oh, yeah, I'm going the wrong way. So I was going to turn around. Well, I started heading back the other way, and I was going along those bushes, and I heard something and looked over and saw two eyes looking over those bushes. They're taller than me, looking right at me over top of the bushes. It was eye shine.
Awesome.
And I saw them blink, and I grabbed I didn't have my phone on. I've been occasionally videoing, and I put it back in my pocket, get it back out. And I had put it in my pocket. Well, when I saw that, I grabbed my phone out real quick, and I started videoing, and I didn't see him no more. And I said, I just saw eye shine, and I was talking about it. And then the next day, when I watched the video, I saw where it ducked behind a tree. I didn't even see it when it happened right there, but I saw it on the video. And then I walked on down those bushes, and I don't know if you ever saw the video, but there are two real big eyes looking at me. Only I didn't think they were eyes. I thought they were lights. I thought it just like at the other place. I thought I was seeing because they were white colored and they were pretty bright, and it wasn't eye shine. I could see them before my light ever hit it.
Right.
And I said, I don't know what those two lights are over there. And I didn't think they were eyes. But then when I watched the video the next day, the video I have on my channel is like zoomed in. I zoomed it in on the actual video. And so what you see is closer than what I actually saw in person. I didn't see it that good in person. It looked quite a ways away, and I thought it was just two lights,
Right.
like porch lights or something. But in the video, you see them moving. The head's like moving like this,
Oh yeah.
and then
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
"Oh,
yeah.
those were eyes."
Yep. Yeah, we've done that too. And it's funny because when you're researching like this, we found better results from hitting the same spot over and over again. It seems like they get comfortable with you. But we've had
Yeah.
the lights and all that stuff going on for a long time now, man. And it just seems like, these things start happening to you. But a lot of the research for me comes with hindsight. Hi, Rachel. Good to see you, hon.
Mhm.
Thank you for stopping by. Um, so yeah, so for me, like when I get home, I process, right? It's kind of like what you mentioned a couple of times, it rung a bell with me, where I process. I come home and I'm like, oh yeah, you know what that could have been, or I wonder what that was, or I get out my phone because something, I'm trying to look for that timeline when that event happened in my head, and then I start pulling up different evidence. I'm like, wow, all right, I get it now, and I start putting these pieces of puzzle together. You know what I mean? When you go away, first of all, how long on average do you think you're gone? 2-3 days?
Well, when I went to Oklahoma, it was with my wife, and we had both our dogs, but they stayed with my wife. But we were gone there for a week. What happened when I went to Oklahoma is there's a guy, I don't know if you've ever heard of Randy Harrington. He's a
I have, yeah.
Bigfooter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I wouldn't say we're close friends or anything, but I mean, we're acquaintances.
Yeah,
I've
right.
talked to him a few times and chatted and stuff. And he had mentioned, not to me, but I mean, I'd seen on his channel, he mentioned about a realtor that he got to know down there in Oklahoma. And then I saw that realtor on Bigfoot Society. And so I saw what his name was. So I looked him up on YouTube or on Facebook
Mm-hmm.
and sent him a message. And I said, "Hey, I'm coming down to Oklahoma. Can you recommend some good spots to check out?" Well, he offered to let me stay on his property in the Kiamichi Mountains, and I was like,
Oh,
"Oh, that'd be great." He had
That's
like
pretty
80
cool.
acres up in
nice.
the
Yeah,
mountain.
good
Well,
deal.
right before I go there, we talked, and he said they had a lot of rain, and his property got flooded out.
Yeah,
He goes, "But you can come down and stay on my property where I live." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
yeah.
Well, he said he had 400 acres there where he lives.
Damn.
And so I went down there, and he's super nice. Him and his wife, we just hit it off really good. I played music, he played music, and we sat around the fire, did music together and stuff. And
That's awesome.
um, anyway, he was just great. He had a side by side. He took me out quite a few times. In the side by side we went on. It's called the K Trail. It's pretty interesting. He goes through the Kiamichi Mountains, and he's a realtor. So what it is, the K Trail, it used to be. He said it was the trail that the wagons used to go going west. The horse and
Yep.
buggies, when they would go
Mhm.
west, they would take that trail. And on that trail, that's where Area X is also, if you've heard of that in Oklahoma. That on either side of the K Trail is public, but on either side they've been selling off properties.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to one. It was like up on the top of this mountain. And he's a realtor. He's got a key to the gates and all kinds of stuff. He goes, "Yeah, I just sold this property not too long ago. Well, take you over and show you." It had a real nice cabin there. You can look over the valley and just really nice. And
Mm.
anyway, just had a great time with him. And one night we were sitting around the fire, just playing music and having a good time. And it was about midnight. And he goes, "I think we need to walk down to the pond." I
Okay.
was like, "Okay, yeah, let's go." So my wife and his wife stayed up there by the fire by the house, and we walked down there. He had told me about the pond, but I didn't know where it was. It ended up being fairly close to where I was camping.
Mm.
And that's where he had a sighting. He saw a big gray one there one night. But
Wow.
so we walked down there to the pond. We didn't see anything, didn't hear nothing, and we went back. Then we went on to bed. Well, the next morning, since I know where the pond is, I thought, "I'm gonna walk down there and look for prints." So I walked down there, and there's a trail that goes back through the woods, and then there's another side trail that goes down to the pond. And when I started walking down that side trail, there's a branch that's like twisted and bent down, hanging right in the path. It wasn't there the
Wow.
night before. So I went and told him about it. He come down, he's taking pictures of it and everything, pretty excited about it. But
That's
that
awesome.
was all that happened in Oklahoma. But
Yeah. So you go out. I mean, you're a significant camper. I know you came up to Cobble Mountain Critter Fest, and Tim says that Paul's an awesome guitarist. I mean, bad. Something you want to talk about? Something a little private shot going on there, huh? And Benno, thank you for that comment, brother. We do believe that this is a spiritual journey, 100%, and people are
100%.
being placed. Check it out on YouTube somewhere. He's there. What do you have, a guitar YouTube
Yeah,
as
for
well?
oh yeah, I have a couple of guitar channels. I got one that's just my name, Paul Fraizer. But it actually you probably can find it better. Say put Guitar Man 504.
Dude,
It should come up.
all right, two things. One, my friend Rachel wants to see Wally again. Is that possible?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she loves dogs, and she wasn't
right
here.
there.
Of course she is. She wasn't
Hey,
here.
Alpha Joe.
What's up, Alpha? There he is, Rachel. He's coming up. Wally, say hi to Rachel. Say hi to Rachel. There you go, Rach. Huh?
He's
The dog around the world.
He smiles when if I'm gone and I come back, he smiles, put a big old grin on his face.
Yeah.
Well,
wait, time out.
Sorry, go ahead, Rich.
No, I had another. I'm sorry. Second part to the question. Where the hell's your guitar, dude?
I got it right here.
Well, jam something, man. What the hell? What are you talking about? I'm hearing how amazing you are, and I haven't heard it. And we're on the BanterWithRichieB podcast, and you're not going to play a damn tune? Yeah, let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
I didn't know that was part of the program, but
you play. Well, I don't have a program, bro. It's called ADD. Get with it. Have you played the guitar for Bigfoot in the woods?
No.
What?
I mean, I played it sitting around the campfire a few times, I guess. But...
Oh man. I'm gonna get a guitar. I don't care how bad I am.
I'll fire it up.
I don't know if you can hear it though.
Oh, we can hear it. Yep. We can hear it enough for a podcast. This ain't, national TV.
Wait a minute, I don't know how. Let's see if
you take one ear off, you might be able to hear the tune.
Yeah.
You're welcome. I'm your producer. That's right, everybody. Welcome to the stage, Mr. Paul Guitar Man Fraizer. Wally's on drums.
Okay, I think it's close enough.
Sorry, Wojo. I had to get to Wojo. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I had to get to here while
no,
it was
that's
hot.
all right. No, I like it. I love it.
What's he doing? Oh, you know what's happening? The guitar is drowning the microphone.
Yeah,
it is. It is. Hey, go step into the bathroom and play. every time you hit a string, it shuts itself off. Damn it!
Yeah.
Oh,
I never have anything work out for me. Damn it!
You can go on the channel if you want to see.
All right, fine.
I got a lot of videos on there.
All right, fine. Wojo, ask your question. I'm going to the channel.
I don't know. I'm just ready to smash that guitar down. I'm mad. I wanted to hear it.
I'm pissed too.
I know. So all right. So with Wally, has he heard any type of any whoops, any vocals, and how does Wally react to them?
No, I haven't really had any experiences when I've had him with me, other than that one time on my video you might have seen where something came up behind me. I don't know what that was. Something walked up behind me while I was up on that hill, and there's a real steep hill, and I was trying to climb up, and I was hanging onto this tree, and all of a sudden I heard something walking right up behind me, pretty close. But I was holding like this, and I couldn't turn around to see what it was. And you could hear him howling and going crazy. And it sounds like it. I don't know if it was him running or if it was whatever it was running, but something took off. But
that's not you.
Yeah. Because my curiosity was with the vocalization. You're out. You're from Ohio. The Ohio sounds that they call them.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it really echo through the valleys and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well,
we don't get that.
There is a howl on my channel that I recorded way back. This is like when I very first saw. I just started doing this like in 2022, so I haven't been doing it that long. But it was in 2022. It was like the second time I went out.
Yeah, that's him.
And the reason I went there, it's called Wayne National Forest here in Ohio. And the reason I went there was this little town. It was outside of the town. It's called New Straitsville. And I'd seen this article that this guy from Ohio University was going to be going there and doing a presentation about Sasquatch evidence. And they said over 100 people came. Well, New Straitsville is a town of 500. So I thought if 100 people came to hear this guy, must be something going on in that area. So that's why I picked there. And me and my wife were there. It's a ATV and horse camp in the summer, but it's only open from April till October. And we went in March, so it wasn't open yet. So they had a gate across. I mean, you could go there to camp if you were hiking, but it wasn't open for all the other. So I had to park out at the gate and walk way back in there. I brought a dolly. We hauled everything back in there and we set up our camp. And then that's where I recorded that howl. But that other dog, the one I was talking about, that was a miniature Rottweiler, he was in the tent with me when it happened. And when the howl went off, he sat up real quick and looked at me. He was snoring away. And he sat up and looked at me and just looked at me for a second. And I was all excited because I knew I had a recorder out there going. And I guess he determined it wasn't anything to worry about. He went on back to sleep. Didn't growl, didn't bark.
Awesome, dude. Is that on your YouTube too? Did I see that on YouTube? Yeah, I did see that. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna give everybody a treat. Some of these are a little bit older, and I gotta. You look a little different there, buddy. I saw. Fucking Paul. I'm looking at it. Go, is that Paul?
He just stopped like this when he said, "I got." The minute he said, "I got," he's like, "Oh no."
Yeah. Is this you doing Separate Ways by Journey, Solo Guitar by Paul Fraizer?
Oh, probably. Yeah, I do. I
14 years ago, you're wearing a brown shirt, nipples cut off.
Yeah, that's
all right. Good.
That's probably it.
Were you wearing leather pants?
Yeah, of course he was. Underwears.
Dante Elda and hi, Robin.
All right, here we go. You ready? Can you see it?
Yep.
Yep, that's it.
Everybody hear it?
Yep.
Song to do too, man. One of the cool things, bro.
Elder, as you call her, I sent her one of my CDs with a Native American flute. A friend of mine, Native American flute.
Hold that thought.
Yeah, you did, Tim. He is that.
Hey, yeah, that's Tim Paul. I'll give you that, Tim. Thank you for letting us know, Tim.
God, makes it look so easy.
Oh yeah, dude, that's a lot of hours right there. The fingers. And then to have the beat where you hit the drum and do a little bit of the drum.
That's a lot of time sitting in the hotel room when I was working out of town places.
Oh, right there.
Oh wow.
That was awesome, dude.
Hey Paul, what was the signatures on the guitar? I noticed that.
Yeah,
people always ask me that, and then when I name who they are, nobody's heard of them. But Phil Kagi, he's Tommy Emmanuel. Probably never heard of any of them. Lawrence Juber. Lawrence Juber was the lead guitarist for this guy named Paul McCartney.
Oh, that guy?
And yeah, that guy.
Yeah, right here, guys. That's
all.
Where'd it go? There it is. That's the cover of the YouTube channel, guys. He's got 691 subscribers. We know what we need to do. That's what he looks like without his hat on, and 2008-ish, something like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Dude, that's amazing, dude. Wow, what a talent you are. That's amazing, dude. See, this is what I love about doing interviews, right? Because as we go, right, organically that happened. Tim says something, I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I got to find out. I got to know, dude. You know what I mean? And Tim's not a hugger, so he doesn't give a shit about beautiful music. You know what I mean? He's a hardcore outdoorsman, I figured he would want some, maybe some death metal while he's chopping down a tree with a fork. You know what I mean? Right? No, it's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, what a talent, man. Thank you for letting us know that, Tim, and Paul. Thank you for letting us share that and being a good sport, because it's not it's not always about it. I don't want to always know about Bigfoot. I want to know about the person. Like, I didn't start out with the question, which I'm going to ask you now, but how do you get into Bigfooting, right? Now you see a guy, he's sitting there, he's jamming in hotels with his acoustic while he's on the road working or whatever, and he's getting better and better at it. And that's just an absolute skill you have that was just so fluent and beautiful. And then all of a sudden now you're a Bigfoot researcher, right? Don't you guys want to know when that gap is bridged? I mean, that's for me, once I get to know the person, I want to know, how the hell did that happen? How did that happen, Paul?
Yeah, that's
probably like everybody my age anyway. It was a Patterson-Gimlin film when I was a kid, just seeing that on. I mean, it was a big deal back then. It was all over the news. I mean, it was a big deal. It was, believe it or not, I've told people this, and when I was a kid, I don't know, I was about 4 years old when it came out, and we went to a theater to watch. I think it was some Disney movie, and they showed the Patterson-Gimlin film in the theater before the movie.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it was.
Were the Vogel brothers there
back then?
Were the Vogel brothers there?
They might have been.
Did you smell anything earthy and tree-like?
Yeah. Did
so I've
play
always
like
had an
hippie
interest.
music?
I always had an
Maybe
interest
some
from seeing
70s.
that when I was a kid, and then I've kind of always followed it.
Jimi
I
Hendrix.
read a few books, and I read Sasquatch Meets Science. I think that's an excellent book for people to read.
Say it again. Sasquatch.
He
What?
gives a lot. Jeff Meldrum, Legend Meets Science is what I meant to say. Called Sasquatch Legend Meets Science.
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah, that is a good book.
He gives a lot of real good examples. Like people say, "Well, I've been hunting all my life and I never seen one." Well, he mentioned how many people have seen a wolverine. We know they're real, but how many people have actually seen one?
Right.
They're out there.
Right.
Yeah,
But so he gives a lot of good examples in that book. But so I
Hey, Rich,
I guess that's what got me interested.
Why do you keep cutting off the guest tonight? Are you okay?
No, because it just
Are you
cuts out.
drinking
I thought
coffee?
he was done.
Are you drinking coffee or something? What's going on? You gotta, what's happening? You all right
Coffee?
tonight? Yeah, you want to
No, I'm
fight?
not drinking
What's
coffee.
happening?
I'm
Every time
not
Paul
drinking
talks,
coffee.
you're like,
Cuts out. That's why I'm like, oh, I thought he was
charge
done.
your damn headphones, you weirdo. What's going on? What am I? Cut yourself out.
I'll tell you
My
back.
apologies.
I'm just kidding.
on?
Relax.
Back
It's so
about
serious.
it's probably been about 10 years ago now, but it was before I retired. I was working up by Cleveland. There's a nuclear power plant up there, and I was working there, and they had a triple wide trailer, and I was an insulator. Is what I did for construction for a living. And what we would do in the nuclear plants, whenever they do an outage, they would want us to remove the insulation, and they would X-ray the pipe to see how thick it was every time they had the plant shut down, just to keep check on it, make sure how much it was corroding. And so what they started doing was we would make these removable uh, insulation pads so that it was easier to take them off and put them back on so they could X-ray the pipe. So I was one of the few guys that knew how to sew. So I was in a little office at the end of the
guys
trailer
that
with a
knew how to
sewing machine,
sew.
sewing up the pads. And these guys would go into the plant and they would take measurements, come back out, and they'd cut up the material and everything, and they'd bring it into me, and I'd sew it together for them, and then they'd take it in and put it on. Anyway, they're in there working, and in the middle of the trailer is this big giant table where they all were working, and I'm in the little office on the end. And they go, "Hey, Paul, come in here." And I said, "What? Why? What's going on?" And they said, "What do you think this is?" And these two guys from Louisiana. They were staying at a little cottage on the lake there. It's called Geneva on the Lake. It's kind of like a resort area in the summertime, but this was in February, so they got it real cheap staying there. And they said, "Last night we kept hearing this weird noise about 11 o'clock, and we kept looking out. We couldn't see anything, but we kept hearing it." He goes, "Then something slapped the side of the cabin so hard it shook it."
Oh, nice.
And while
Oh,
they're
wow.
telling me this, I'm getting on the BFRO, looking on there, and it said most recent sighting for Ohio, and it was there at that place a month earlier. I
Oh,
said, "Well,
shit.
look at this," and you just seen the look on their face when they saw that. They're like, "Are you
Oh,
kidding me? Here in Ohio?" And I said, "Well, I don't know. That's what it sounds
Ohio.
like."
Ohio's like the Bigfoot capital of the world. I don't care about Alaska and all that PNW stuff. Ohio is what I always heard about. Always, it was always Ohio. You guys deserve that cred, man. As far as I'm concerned, man. Well, you're an interesting dude, and that's what I love about it. And sitting down with you and actually interviewing you as the person, then we can find out where the Bigfoot shit is. So now we know you did insulating and you sew. When you say sew, was it traditional sewing?
Yeah, it was a sewing machine, but it was kind of different. The one I was using,
So it's a
it
technique for
was
the job.
the one I was using was like it was mainly like for pants, so you could put like a pants sleeve, the leg of the pants over it. It didn't have like a flat spot. It had like a long arm that I don't know how to explain it, but it wasn't like your traditional sewing machine. It was a little bit different. It was an industrial sewing machine, but
Yeah. Ernie has to go. Ernie, good night, my friend. Miss you, brother. Hope all is
hey,
well with
Ernie,
you.
thanks
A
for
couple
coming.
things I just want to say real quick. Everybody that's new that came in, apologize if I didn't say hello. Robin Smith is here. Robin says I'm in Geneva, like 5 minutes from Geneva Lake.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Is that close to you at all, or is that close to you? Close to you? Nope, nothing.
It was close to me, but
Well,
it was
yes.
Perry Nuclear Plant where I was working. I'm sure she's familiar with it.
Well, I didn't ask if it was close to Wojo. Wojo, is Geneva Lake close to you? What is going on with you two tonight? Did you hang out without me before the show?
That's what I'm saying, Rich.
Am I being pranked? I'm being pranked, right? You guys are pranking me, aren't you? I ask a question, he stares at me, and you talk too much. What is going on? Who put him up to this? Is that Tim Vogel, didn't he? Vogel? Oh, that's why he brought up the little cutesy guitar talent thing. I'm on to you, bro. You're getting a hug next time I see you. Nothing you can do about it.
Maybe you should put Mr. Paul Fraizer up on the stage, maybe during the Critter Fest.
Yeah,
this year.
I think they're doing the research around round table this year. It's just researchers. Yeah. That's what I heard. And Dio had asked if I think you said Northwest Arkansas. Has he ever been there? Is that what you asked? It's way up there. I'm sorry, it got crazy in here. Northwest Arkansas, something like, for some reason. I missed it, and I apologize.
When I was there, like I said, I stayed with that guy in Oklahoma at Tallahena. And there used to be a Bigfoot museum in Tallahena, but she moved. I think it's Clayton, Oklahoma, where she's at now. But anyway, the last night we were at his place, I was going to go I wanted to go to Fouke, Arkansas on my way back, where Boggy Creek happened.
Oh, yeah.
So I decided I was going to go that direction, and I was going to stay at a campground called Broken Bow State Park in Oklahoma. And I called them up because the next day was Veterans Day. And I said, "Hey, are you open tomorrow?" And they said, "Yeah, we're open." And I said, "Do you have campsites available for tents?" They said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, I just want to make sure before I drive over there, make sure you have something available." And she goes, "Well, you can go online and reserve it." And I said, "Well, I was just going to come in and pay cash." And she goes, "Well, we don't take cash."
Wow.
So I ended up going to Mena, Arkansas, and we stayed at a campground there. And then I drove back to Oklahoma every night to go in the Ouachita National Forest. But so I was only in Mena and then Fouke, and then we went south of Fouke to a place that was called Mercer Bayou. It was just like a canal, is what it looked like, that went back into the woods. And I was thinking, man, this would be a cool place to kayak at night right through here. But we hiked this trail, me and my wife and our dogs. We just walked around this trail back into the woods, and I saw the sign. I thought, what's that sign over there? I walked over to it. It says Boggy Hollow Hunting Club on the sign.
Oh.
That was kind of cool.
It is cool. It is cool. Alpha Joe, I don't know what you're talking about, bro, but you're talking to people that go out into the wilderness. We pee in the cold all the time. Suck it up, soldier. Moving on. And I just want to send, while I'm here, I'm going to say what Tim just mentioned about the Critter Fest and stuff and what's going on with that. But I just want to set out my heartfelt condolences to Robin and her family. They lost her aunt, and we would just want to give you many blessings and much love. And you are surrounded with positive light, being in the BanterWithRichieB live messenger group that we all got you. So prayers to you and many blessings to your family, and truly condolences. Thank you for being with us and being our friend. So I just wanted to mention that. It was kind of eating at me. It's, I don't like that. Oh, where am I? Oh, so yeah, Critter Festival. Researcher Roundtable is coming this fall. So be prepared to drive, Paul. I'm sure they're going to want you there. That's what we were. And then I think they're going to do the every other year thing with the Critter Fest. That's a lot to put on. So the Critter Festival is in 27. Yeah. If you could reserve the commissioner's cabin now, please, sir. Thank you. And I would take a gas stove too. Thanks, appreciate it. Asking for a friend. Hi, Tiffany Peacock. How are you? So what do you think? Hey, you want to check out some of your amazing evidence?
Well, I'm curious to see what you got. I don't know what you pulled up.
Exactly.
I'm curious to see.
Well, one of them I know, and I want, when we get to the point, you're going to know what it is when I say this, but it's someone else's picture that looked a lot like one of your pictures, and I want you to give her credit when you see it, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, that's a quiz.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Well, you're not supposed to
find out.
You're not supposed to. Oh, and the other thing is, too, I don't see Carlozzi in the audience tonight. I was going to mention this. We are back at the Cryptid Fest this year, 2026, happening September 13th, right there, next town over. And we will be promoting her Cryptid Fest, and we are going to be out there podcasting in that beautiful little spot where the Chaos was. Remember Chaos underneath those trees right there? Right there, next to the left of the gazebo. That's the area I hear we're going to have. And we're going to be podcasting live from the Cryptid Fest come September of 2026. So we are back, baby. Let's go. I'm looking forward to it.
Watch out for that little hill. That's the one I went over.
Yeah, that's a doozy.
I'll plan on trying to make the Critter Fest and then come out. I can come out where you guys are at.
Oh, my God. Paul, we would love, honestly, we would love to have you. Absolutely. And the reason why I'd love to have you, because our area is so sacred that now we're down to like a select few because of some other past shit that went down. But people like yourself, that you're a veteran, you totally get it, you understand. you know, what, dude, come out with us any freaking time. I don't even care if you don't call first. Just show up and knock on the door and we're going. Done deal, bro. As long as Wally's with you. You got to bring Wally, though. All right, so Wojo, I'm going to drop back. You guys know how this works. I have to set up the wall of evidence. Shalaba baba ding dong. Remember we used to do that with the whale?
Wheel of Weird.
Yeah, the Wheel of Weird, right? Yeah, that's what. Oh, Paul's having fun. This is great. I don't think I have that in here anymore. I think that's gone. Yeah, the Wheel of Weird. What the hell's going on?
He's having a workout with Wally. He's got his little toy and he's yanking on him.
Hank Hill's over there making music. Settle down, Hank. All right, so it's going to be you two for a minute. I'm going to set up, and I will see you shortly, Paul. Wojo, now's your time to talk.
I have nothing to say.
F him. Anyways. I'm just kidding. I'll be right back, everybody. I'm gonna set up the wall of evidence so we can check out some cool stuff that I stole from Paul's site, but don't tell him. Shh.
Yeah. Yeah, Paul, we would love to have you. Kind of get a best of a lot of worlds. Like I said, the vocals, the tree structures, just so much going on. And the energy is second to none. I mean, everybody in the audience has been on there, and I know you pop in once in a blue moon on our lives, and things are like really picked up. And, you know, people say, well, maybe they're migrational and they're never around during the winter and things like that. No way. They're still around. They're very active. It's their home. And all I can say is that bring your guitar, because I'll tell you, there's a little fire pit. We have a little fire pit out there. We have a place called the Farley, a nice little spot overlooking the river. That'll be perfect because they would love that. Imagine you and Ernie were out there, Ernie playing the Native American flute and you playing the guitar. That Native American wild. Flute.
That's funny because the CD I was talking about that I made, it was a friend of mine that played Native American flute. And there was this coffee shop that I used to go to that had an open mic, and I would go there and play, and he would play. And one night he was going to play after me. Well, I started to pack my stuff up. He goes, "You want to just play one with me?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." And he goes, "You know House of the Rising Sun?" I said, "Yeah, I know that one." So we did that together. He goes, "You want to do another one?" I said, "Okay." And he told me what key his flute was. So I just played something in that key, and we just kind of made something up, and it went really well. So then me and him started playing together. We would do the open mic together and play some stuff, and we would just make it up as we went. And so we ended up getting this gig at an opera house, and we decided we would make a CD before we played this gig. Well, I got a call to get this job down in Tennessee at a nuclear plant down there, and I drove back for the gig. We recorded the whole CD with me in a hotel room. I would record my guitar, and I'd send it to him as an MP3, and then he would add his flute part. So we made the whole CD in two separate states, and then I drove up to Ohio for our gig, and me and him played those songs together for the first time in the same room. You know, we did it in two different. So that was kind of interesting. But
yeah, you know, it's kind of. I mean, I always wanted to play the guitar. I just feel like just to be out in God's country and in the forest with the forest people and just play. And you know, a few weeks ago, yeah, it takes a lot of practice. I mean, even Elder, she told me that they also love the Native American drums. So you get the flute with the drums. Oh, yeah. I mean, so I played that one night, and they came towards me and Richie, and it was like really kind of cool because they just love music out there, and yeah, so we played Native American drums. Well, played it. There he is.
Hey, so check it out. I want everybody to see what it looks like without it. The wall is all painted green, and this is just because I have a window here. So I'm making a cutout to where I can just put the cutout into the basement window so I don't have this draped down, because the whole wall is painted green. My son Maddox was like, when I was building the studio, he's like, yeah, why don't you just paint that whole wall? And that could be your background. And then a few weeks ago, I started thinking of different things to do for the podcast. And I was like, hey, why don't we just step me to the side and we'll put everything up here and we'll have some fun with it, right? So is everybody ready for the wall of evidence or what? What's up? Let's go. I want to hear some love around here. Everyone check out Tim Vogel's interview on the Bigfoot Zone, ECBRO. Great interview. And he even mentioned Richie and Wojo. Thank you very much. And I believe the ECBRO knows us. That's Daniel Benmore, I believe, right? Whenever you can just follow each other's role and make something out of nothing. Yep, music, that's a jam session. You're right. You're right, man. I could play the banjo a long time ago in a land far, far away, D-Hoot says. I would love to have been to that land, dude. I bet you the Lollipop Kids live there or something.
I heard it, banjos when I was in Alabama.
I bet you did. I bet you did.
Made me nervous.
I have a friend of mine, Joshua, who I speak of a lot about on the show. He plays basically every instrument. He's just amazing. He's amazing talent. He can play anything. And so he's in his church, and he's like does all the music basically for everybody. So I have the TV over here. So if it looks like it's going to be, I got to get used to all this stuff. So I'm working on it. But I did this for you guys. I want everybody to just received a report. Whoops and knocking in Connecticut. Does that say CT?
Connecticut? Yeah.
Is that Connecticut after Drum Circle?
Huh.
Hi, Paul, for joining. Wojo and Elda says, thank you. Hi. That's one of the ways, I guess. So let's go over to here.
Go.
Where'd Paul go? There he is. So that's what it looks like without anything on it. You basically, I can tweak some shapes and things. All right. This is one thing I had on here that I didn't get the whole top of. Hang on a minute. This one I put on this screen. Hang on. You're going to go to the side for a minute. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So this kind of looks somewhat familiar, right, Woj?
Yeah. We found that. Found that to the left of the path on the other side of the huts.
What are you talking about? We didn't find that. That's Paul's.
Oh, is it Paul's?
No, it doesn't look like
mine.
mine.
I'm sorry. It looks. I was thinking.
Get off your damn page. It is yours. It's upside down. It was on Western Ohio Bigfoot, posted by Paul Fraizer. Are you guys all right?
No.
I swear to God, you guys smoked weed or something through the TV. All right, I'm out. I'm out of here. Jess, come do my show. I'm done. I'm leaving. I'm done. Yeah.
It looks
there you go.
just so much.
There
like
you go.
we see.
This right here is a brick wall. A white plain brick wall. That means shit. Thanks. Are we done? Is this your brick wall, Wojo, or Paul's? What the frig, man? I could never be a weatherman. Some shit would happen and I would lose it on the air. I swear. Vogel, I'm going to get you for this. This is another thing I pulled off of Paul's website.
No.
It's a twist.
Yeah, I do recognize that one for sure. Yeah.
Well, that's good. Wojo, is this yours too?
It kind of looks like it.
Yeah.
Good, Paul. Tell us where you got it.
I do recognize that one. That is, I walked right by it. I don't know how many times before I noticed that it was a twist. I just thought I noticed it was bent over like 90 degrees. And then one day I looked at it, saw it was twisted.
Yep. And the beautiful thing I like about this, and this is where the weatherman theory comes in, right? Look at this here. You can see the flex. And one of the things you wrote in your notes, Wojo did not write it. You wrote it. I was on your channel. Yeah, sorry, Gene. If you're new here, it's kind of an occurrence of mine. Sorry. What you wrote, basically a discussion that we had about something that we found just like this, that it was twisted and then it grew back over it. Mm-hmm. Right? You guys remember this a couple weeks ago? Remember this?
It healed.
It healed. Yeah. That's the word you used.
Yes.
So look at you can see a physical twist, and then you can see the bark where it's trying to grow back still. Right? There's probably bark underneath it growing back, pushing it out. Right? I believe that's how it works.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, Jack's leaving. Sorry, Jack. Jack's new here. Sorry, Jack. My meds wore off. It does happen on occasion, but I'm out in the woods looking for a big monster that could kill me, basically. But he doesn't. He loves me. It's a whole long story. Good to have you, Jack. All right, there goes another one, and lost a subscriber. Oh well. So here we go. so this is what I love about this is you can see the fractures in it, and you can actually see that that's twisted. Like you follow these along, right? Now watch. I put two pictures in here because this one I love twists. Twists are just awesome because you need a thumb for them. Is this the other side? Yeah. So right here. So this is off the other pictures this side, and then this is the back side of it. So look at. Remember we were talking about the knots that heal. That I always thought. I was trying to explain this to people a long time ago that they break them when they're young and they grow up. And it ends up looking like this. So that's the wound from when it was young, right? Mm. And then he twists it over here, and now it's pointing back here. Now, Paul, one question I had: off in the distance, is that? I'm pointing to the TV like an idiot. Is this the other end of that? Do you remember? I couldn't tell in the picture.
Yeah. It goes quite. There should be like 3 pictures of it. I think. Yeah, I took 3 of them.
Yeah, they all don't fit. Let me see if Wojo's got any. Wojo, you got any of your twists that we can just put off as Paul's? Maybe? Nothing? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it does go off that direction quite a ways. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's wild, guys. See how we can see that? I wonder how long it's going to take him to break it. Yeah, break what? I ain't breaking nothing yet. Oh, I might break something. That's right. The one that looked like it had the Band-Aid. Yeah, I put on it with the tree fibers. Yes. Yep, the old ancient-looking one. So what I love about this is that you can actually physically see now that we've enlarged it enough to where you can really see that this, to me, is not something that Mother Nature is capable of. Because this isn't a very thick in diameter tree, is it, Paul?
It's probably about this big around. A little bigger than a broomstick.
There you go. And how high off the ground would you say that is?
That is hit even with my head. About 6 foot.
Okay, about 6 foot. So where in this process, let me ask you, where in this process does the ice overpower that tree along with the wind? Where in that process with a broomstick style tree at 6 foot going straight up, because you can see it was straight up, because where he's talking about, if this is at 6 foot, that's basically straight, right, Paul? Coming straight up, and then it starts to twist.
Straight up. Yeah, exactly. And the part that's going out away from you there, there's really not hardly any branches on it, so
so
it doesn't look like something Snow Load would have done.
Good point. Right. So, and even if Snow Load does this, and Tim Vogel's still in the room, he knows. We've had this discussion many times. The guy lives in the wilderness, for Christ's sakes, him and Eric, and you look at something like this. Where does the factor come in that the ice is building up on a straight tree, and the wind comes, and not only does it bend down because of the weight, but it starts to do this? When does that happen? Does the ice slide to one side and then refreeze, and then the wind what's the weather story here? Tell me the weather story on this twist that you could physically see was twisted. I mean, come on, seriously. To me, when I saw this on your page, I actually saw this a little while back, but I really liked it because, again, I'm a structure guy and I'm a twist guy. And you cannot tell me that the Magic Whirlywinds did any of this. No more or true. Sorry, Auntie. I do get a little fired up with it. You're right. But yeah, there's the twist here. See, look at. You could see the physical fracturing of this tree, man. And you can see it growing back because it's different than here. And then you see the thickness come back up here. So this is a wound, right? As if a human got a wound or, something on their leg, right? Say it's someone's leg and God forbid they were burnt or something. And it's and it's re-healing, right? It's coming back. Now look at it. You can see the difference here. And then you see the difference here. Look at that. There's no way anybody can sit here, any naysayer, anybody who wants to laugh at me when I talk structures and tell me that this is natural. You can't do it. I've ruled it out. This is a 100% of Wojo. It's like the interlocking X's that we find interlocked in trees. Interlocked, front, back. It just doesn't happen in Mother Nature. nor does this. So if you're out there and you see this, something with thumbs did that, and something that's very strong, because even though it's only a broomstick, you try twisting it. It's not happening. Awesome stuff, Paul. I love that, man. I absolutely. Cool. Oh my God, I loved it. I was going to show you wardrobe structure, but you know, nobody knows where it came from, Paul.
From my pictures on the internet.
Definitely not. We don't have trees that size upside down. I wish. I wish. I'd be super. Let me see if I don't know if I can get the other one in. This one here, I don't think would fit.
I'm going to let Wally out. I'm within earshot. I'm just going to move him, let him know.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so that's that one there. So here, I'm going to ask him about that.
Oh yeah.
Whenever he comes back.
Yeah, right here.
He's back.
I'm back.
No, it's all right. Hang on.
That was that.
Hang on. I'm still on structures. You were leaving.
Okay.
You were leaving. I got to bring Wally out. And I jump over to bring something else up, and you're like, yeah, I got that. What the hell's going on here, bro?
That was in Kentucky. I saw that when I was in Kentucky. That was pretty wild looking.
Well, I had a question for you with this. Is this all connected? Is that one tree? Or is that two trees meeting at the top? Do you remember? Let's look at it.
I think that's two separate trees.
Yeah, so look around me, that whole arch thing.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
See what I'm saying? Isn't that wild?
Yeah, it's pretty bizarre.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's awesome. You know, what an accomplishment in my Bigfoot career. That I could show structures and Tim Vogel goes, nice. Ha ha! We win, Mojo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a skeptic about tree structures. You got to really wow him with something.
I'm so excited, man. Well, it was, again, I told the story before, but we went out to their area, they come to our area, and it's two different geographical, things going on, from ceiling height to incline on a mountain, totally different. So I totally get what they were saying, but then they come here and they totally get what we were saying. That was the cool part,
Well, I mean, Wally, Paul, what else? Wally, Paul, what else is interesting about this picture?
Oh, is it a quiz?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, I mean, it looked like when I first saw it, it looked like a couple of X's in a row is what I thought I saw.
How about this? Look at the thicker tree in the middle.
All right. Thicker tree in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Go down. Stop.
Because it looks like it's upside down.
That's right.
It is upside down. Because look at that branch. Look at that branch. Good eye, Wojo.
Thank you very little.
Thank you for adding to the show finally. What's up, Mooncat? I see you talking. Yeah, that one is cool, huh? It is cool, right, guys? And the audience members.
That area where I saw that, there was another picture I posted. It was a triple break. It was a tree that came up and it forked out this way.
Yep.
And the top was snapped off. And both sides, and it was about 6-7 foot high.
Because it looks like that tree way in the background looks like a twist. Yeah, right there. Right
yeah, watch these trees here. They look familiar, don't they, guys? Look at on my grainy ass, shitty lives. You can see these. And watch, I bet you they met up top. Look at. I bet you they met up top. I must be a weatherman to know that. Because, the weather did this. Right? And then there's this one here that meets them. Guarantee it. Every time. Guarantee it. We see that type of behavior all the time. Don't go anywhere. As you saw, we have prints coming up that are going to blow your mind. I hope they're Paul's. If not, I stole them from somebody. And we'll just act like they're Paul's.
I hope you have the one. I hope there's one in particular. I'll see if that's what you got.
Well,
yes,
if not,
that is a pine.
If not, which one's a pine? Oh, the upside down one? I don't know if that's a pine. Nah, that don't look like a pine to me. Hang on. Let me try this. No, I'm gonna see. Let's zoom in though before we say it. It's debarked. Yeah, I guess it could be a pine because of the lichen traces up top right. It's debarked. I got it zoomed in all the way, so I can't do much more than that.
That is cool, though.
It's beautiful, man. Look, I can move it around so we can see some things this way, right? Look at this shit I got going on. Look at this. We can look all around this picture. Is this crazy or what? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And look, yeah, that is another tree. Now you can see that it's a different tree going up to that arch. I wonder, was it more of a canopy set up in there? Could they go in? Because it looks like it's really bunched up top with leaves and stuff. Isn't this great how we can scan around and just look at this stuff now? I love it. Look at that area, dude. Look at all the trees on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful, dude.
That's Daniel Boone National Forest.
Oh, that's gorgeous, dude. Oh, my God.
It is beautiful.
I'd be in heaven. Yeah, I love it. Good stuff, Paul. I like that. Yeah, I guarantee there's tons of braiding and everything up top with the skinnier ones, right? So I can almost guarantee that just by looking at it, man.
Yeah, that is cool stuff.
That makes it
I'd beat 'em
small.
up.
No, good stuff, man. Good stuff. I love how we can move it around and look at it now, and we can have some fun. So yeah, I would say that. What's up, BMO? I would absolutely say that that's a pine tree, just by the way the lichen traces are. But notice how it's like debarked and stuff. And like I said, I wonder if they do that to weigh it down. You know, to where the pine tree opens up as the water climbs in. They become very heavy. I've tried to move some of these I call leaners. This one's upside down. It's not exactly a leaner, but all the leaners I've seen, there's no bark on them. They almost look like a red type of wood, and a lot of them are pines. And I wonder when you take that bark off, the water gets in it and adds weight to the tree. So whatever structure they're trying to hold in place, that's one way naturally they can do it. And I'm just curious about that. I don't know what everybody thinks about that. Alpha, you going?
Good night, Alpha Joe.
Good night, Alpha. Pee inside, buddy. Put on the heat. Pine beetles do that to bark. So one thing I noticed with that, D-Hoot, long ago, I got close-up pictures of the high school when I first discovered it. And one thing that stood out to me was the bark. There was no bark on the ground. I noticed when bark dries, it curls up. When you peel bark off, like say you tried to peel it off like this, and it's still wet, it curls towards the tree. And I did that. I was out there by myself thinking that stuff. And so I tried. I was like trying to peel a piece off. I finally got a strip off, and a whole strip came off. And you could actually see it just kind of sit right back down to the tree, even though I was peeling it off. But if it dries and it breaks naturally, you watch it go towards the sun. It just kind of dries out. I don't know. It's a little tidbit, you know. Tim Vogel, thank you for being here and adding to the show, brother. You are the reason we got the guitar to jam on. You know what I mean?
See you, Tim.
See you, Tim. Much love and many hugs, brother.
Yep. Yes, D-Hoot, I will talk to my friend on the bark and other things.
Yeah.
The picture that Paul had before this, because we have a picture of that too, and I'll discuss that with him and show him those pictures.
Yep. And BMO, good to have you back, man. We missed your critical thinking. We got plenty of critical thinkers, but it's always good to have you, you know. How can skeptics deny wood sculptures when literally every human ethnic group makes them? Ugh. I'm with you, bro. And if you missed that twist, you got to go back and see that twist, you know. Yeah, on a pine tree, if you're talking to me, D-Hoot, yes, they were pine trees that I was dealing with, correct. And I don't know what types of bugs that we have here might be different than bugs you have there, too. So, you know, who knows, right? And it's definitely worth researching further. All right, check it out. Let's go back into my backgrounds. All right, let's just hit them with this one. We already saw that. Is this a cat? Why is that so damn big? Is this a cast that you took?
Yeah, I have it.
And
right
then
here.
you 3D'd it?
I use Scaniverse on it. That's Scaniverse.
Yeah, that's what I use. Yeah. That's what we use.
That was actually Jack Warren is the one that took me to that location where I found that. We all found it. It was at Salt Fork.
That's amazing, man. Look at the definition in these toes, dude. Where are they? Over here? Yeah, they're over here. Look at the definition.
That's the first cast I ever tried. I was pretty happy with how it came out.
Wow, really? Mine looks like a lob of shit. Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
I took one in Alabama, and it was along a creek, and there was so much little rocks and stuff.
Mine
It was
was too,
just a blob.
mine was too
Can't
deep.
really make nothing out.
Yeah, mine was too deep. See how deep that
Oh
was?
yeah, yeah, it was deep.
But you could see the like the bend in it, kind of. You know what I mean? That's the key. You get that
This
bend
one's
going. You know.
not quite as thick.
Well, that's why I think you got a lot of definition out of it, because think about it. With thickness, you know, you can get different shapes and things like that. Can you zoom around a bit, please? Okay. All right.
Oh, you want to see it?
No. I got to zoom around
Oh.
this for D Hoot. She's my.
Okay.
She's
Sorry.
the other. She's the other. I know. That's what I said. Sorry. All right. Let's see. That's as zoom as I can get. Yeah, those toes look.
Yeah,
That looks like a skeleton. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, what's up with that pinky toe?
Yeah.
It was there. I don't know why it didn't come out in the past. But
That's just
No, I believe that. It's just.
What'd you use to cast it with? Was it regular plaster of Paris, or was it?
Yeah.
Dental bone. The Vogels introduced us to is an
Hydrocal.
It's an amazing tool, dude. It's an amazing tool. I love that stuff. I don't think I'd ever go back to plaster of Paris.
Well, I really liked using the Scaniverse because when I was down there in Kentucky, I found a print and I scanned it.
Mm-hmm.
And after I looked at the scan, I realized it was a bear print. It wasn't a.
Yeah, you can get everything.
Yeah, it really helped me to determine what I was looking at.
Yeah, do you think that's? I'm sorry, D. Who wants to know? You think that's female or juvenile? Like, what are you thinking?
There were several prints in that same area. Of different sizes.
Yeah, I mean, D. Who's kind of asking, like, you know, is it female? I mean, it does look a little feminine. I'll give her that on that point. You know what I mean?
It was right along the lake going, and they were heading over to the cattails.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they like those too. BMO says pine beetles and larvae are edible as well. Good point, because if they're under the bark, guess who's going to get them? Just not the brightly colored ones. Nothing bright in Mother Nature is good for you to eat. Remember that. Nothing. Do not be fooled by pretty colors. That's the devil's work. Yeah, it is small, 11 and a quarter. But now, where are you when you said you're by a creek? Are you way out? Are you guys way out in the woods?
No, this was at Salt Fork State Park in Ohio, and it was along the lake.
Mm-hmm. How did you get the separation in the toes? Did it just naturally pick up the separation?
Well, I don't know. You said you had some pictures of some prints. You might have a picture of that print.
I very well.
I don't know.
I have some really defined ones. All right, so you're saying to answer that question, seek out the other print. Okay, I see what's happening here. All right. Mm-hmm. Pine bark and needles are excellent for hiding human scent, especially for hunting, by using their strong natural aroma to mask odors and blend into the environment. I'm going to do that next time I'm out. It's going to look
that is very true, BMO.
I cast this one, and I let it sit for probably 2 hours. And I came back with a shovel and dug underneath it. Mm-hmm. I dug it completely out and then cleaned it off.
And where's the one I wanted? This one right here. Is this it? Oh, geez, now I got to get back out of that. There we go. That looks like...
Okay, that was at the same area. That was real close to where the other one was.
Okay.
But that one didn't look deep enough to cast to me, so I didn't bother casting it. But that big toe does not look human to me.
No, it don't. It don't. And some of the toes actually look crooked in this.
Yeah.
They look like it doesn't look like it's the sand. It looks like it's the bone that actually is broken. And
I should have measured that. It was probably the same size as my foot. I'd say close to 12 inches, around 12 inches.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So that isn't the one that's in the cast, though?
No. Okay. But that was the same area, right by it, close to it.
All right, now I got to find it.
That's all at Salt Fork.
Is it baroque lighting from the scan? No, you got the cast right there, right?
That's just with my phone taking a picture of it.
No, the other one. I'm sorry. She's asking about the other one, the separation in the toes. Do you have the scan right there with you?
Oh, you had the cast up.
You have the cast. The cast. You just held up a cast. Yeah, hold that up close to the camera for us. So I would say it isn't exactly the scan. The scan might add a little something to it, but you can still see quite the separation.
Well, look at the turn on that. I know from here it looks like it's
there we go. Yeah, you can see.
It looks like it's got a stub on the like the pinky toe just seems like deformed.
The pinky toe was all there. I don't know why it didn't come out in the cast, but it didn't look abnormal in the print.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if anything, it's a lesson in the things that cameras can do. That like the mix can do, stuff like that. If anything, there's a lesson on that to be learned. And D Hoop brings up a good point with the scan lighting and stuff. It is a different type of lighting. It could pick up other things and make it look different. So,
well, that particular picture you got right now, if it's turned a certain way, it looks like it's inverted, where it's raised instead of sunk in.
Oh,
it's
that's
just
weird.
Optical illusion, but
right. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah. Right. Yeah, if you turn it sideways, especially with a scan, Amanda says Wojo's looking good today. There you go, Woj. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So I had one in here. I'll look for the matching scan before we go.
Plaster of Paris, D-Hoot.
Yeah, that's plaster of Paris. Oh wait, I'm gonna wait till the other one till I see these ones.
Okay, that one is over the area that I go to all the time, where that twist was at. That's where that was at. One time I went down to the lake and found that print there, and there's only like 2 prints that I could really kind of make out, but the span of them, I had another picture that showed the span, and the stride, it was definitely more than a human could do, I think, in that mud. It was in April. This is in April when I found this.
Yeah, and you can see the toes in this as well. What am I doing? There it is. My little pointer. I got a natural
its weight to the toes.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, sometimes you can see that motion where it kind of meets the toes right here. You can see that motion kind of aiming in that direction, right? But yeah, you can see it. Yep. All this stuff, man. It's amazing. Wow. Good stuff.
It looks like our first cast, Rich. Oh, I mean,
yeah.
And it's the other foot.
Yep. In the mud. Yep. Yeah, that's the deep one.
Mud, we had the slide. Yeah.
That thing was deep, dude.
That's awesome.
That thing was deep. Let me see. I got to this one. Now this is an example of different casting as well.
That's one in Alabama, right here.
Now, where is? I'm going to zoom in on this one, so D-Who don't yell at me. Is that So that's where the toes would be, right there. Right? It looks like because it goes wide and round.
Side.
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah, I couldn't make out nothing once I cast it.
Yeah. Isn't it funny how it does that? It's funny how
But where this was at, this was in Alabama at a creek, and that particular step was like a bunch of sand that it stepped in.
Right.
And there was a tree right there kind of like bent over. It wasn't a spot where a human would have stepped, I didn't think. It didn't look like. And I found the next 2 steps.
Yep.
That it took, and it was pretty good stride, and the direction it was going was not where a human would have walked. It was the creek. It was pretty shallow to the left, but this was going off to the right toward a real steep bank.
Gotcha. No, and it's funny. Well, the reason it caught my eye.
Video.
What?
There's a video on my channel. I think it's called "Finding a Print in Alabama." I think is what I called it, but it shows where I found that. You can see that on the video.
Yeah, and the thing I wanted to bring up with this too is the different materials that you're casting in, and the types of things that come up with them, and you can see it grabs all the ground, and that's going to change the outcome, obviously, right? And with us, we have the pine needles, the leaves, sticks, things like that. Where you are, you got a lot of sandiness and you're around creeks and brooks or whatever it might be. And we look around our creeks and brooks, but we don't get a lot of them in there. We get a lot of them. Like I said, I'm trying to get the peat moss. The peat moss should hold a lot of good stuff, but we'll see. We're currently working on that, and now we have snow coming in, so I don't think I'll be able to cast anything. So here's the one.
That would have been Talladega National Forest.
Oh, okay.
That was.
All right, I got you. All right, so you had this one. Let me go over to the other screen. Stand by.
Oh, yeah. That's not actually. That's a friend of mine took that picture, but
wait.
The reason
okay.
What's really interesting about that is it only seemed to have a big toe.
Well, and that's the thing.
We have found, that's the one I found. And when I found it, I took a picture of it, and I thought, I only see a big toe. I don't see any other toes. I thought, well, maybe that's not even a print. So I didn't think nothing about it. Well, then months later, that friend of mine found that other one and took a picture of it. When I saw it, I was like, wait a minute. And the thing is, mine is a left foot that I found, and hers was a right foot. That's what. So I'm wondering now, and they were about 5 miles apart. Both of these were at Salt Fork. And they were probably 5 miles apart from each other.
Okay, well, that has a lot to do with it.
And then another friend that goes to Salt Fork, she found another print with one toe there. So I think it's the same individual.
Interesting.
And with inbreeding, it shows up in the toes a lot of times.
Everybody's looking at their toes.
And since I realized that, since then there's a guy out in Washington State that had a picture of one with one toe, and then on Sasquatch Theory, somebody sent him a picture with one toe.
Interesting.
But again, that bulb, that bunion on the top, I mean, you can see that clear as day, including the other picture of yours has the same, roundness to it.
Yeah, the bulbous type. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Interesting. Sorry, guys. When I do this, I can't see the comments. So, Bojo, if you could.
Yeah.
That is so interesting. I don't even know what to make of all that. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Let me see. And then there was this one I think I saw. Yeah, and that's the material that you're in. That's what I wanted to show here.
That's Alabama. Yeah, that's the one. That's where I got this cat.
That's gotcha.
Yeah, you can see it looked like toes.
No, you can see the shape of it.
Yeah, but it didn't come out very good. But yeah, that's what I saw.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's what I kind of was checking out. Now we got a couple more things here. Got a little time left too. I'm gonna see. I don't know if I pulled up that other print that you're talking about. But the one thing I wanted to do, where was it? Did I even pull that one up?
Well, I was hoping you had the one print because it has 6 toes.
I don't know if I can pull it up though. I'm sure. It's just that's 2 of them. Is this? I'm trying to see. We already went over this one, right? Yep. And we went over that one. Yep. And yeah, there's one in here that I thought I had uploaded.
I could send it to you real quick if you want to.
No, yeah, do that. Oh, what's that say?
Okay.
What's that, Paul?
That's Ohio State. I don't know.
Yeah, really? Is that a shirt?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's a shirt you
I
wear?
don't know where that picture come from.
Ohio State Buckeyes? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's what that shirt is.
Oh, wow. It's a nice shirt, huh, Wojo? Wojo, you love that shirt? Love that shirt,
I'm not
Wojo?
going to answer you. I'm not going to
What's
answer
wrong,
you.
Wojo? What's wrong, buddy?
I'm not going to answer you. Shut up. Shut up. All right, I'm back. Frig OSU, all right?
Yeah, Wojo's a Georgia Bull. Hey, Wojo is a Georgia Bulldogs fan. I just wanted to see the word.
I got it at Goodwill. I don't really care about Ohio State, but
yeah, whatever, Paul. This ain't about you right now. Be quiet.
Big fan.
So, see that? That was for Wojo. Wojo's a Bulldogs fan. Anyways, that
Well,
was my
Richie,
little...
while you're doing that, Kurt, they're talking about inbred about the toes.
Oh, interesting.
And yes, inbred does happen in the toes a lot. A lot of island and people that aren't heavy contacted have deformations in their feet.
Interesting. I like it.
That is, yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. Good stuff. I don't know if he can get in the screen or not. That's the only thing. There he is.
Okay.
There's
There, I sent you, but I sent you the ones.
This, everybody, is Wally.
Oh, there's Wally.
Hi, Wally.
Yeah.
I wanted to put one in here of Wally on guard, ready to go, looking for Bigfoot. I think it's I think it's just a great dynamic that you have, and you're a brave dude too. Can I ask you a question, actually? Because it might help us as researchers. What is the deal with the game camera with a pair of nylons around it?
Oh, that is that's my recorder, and I put the pantyhose on there as a windscreen because when it's windy out. Before I put that on, all you heard was wind. It was just ridiculous.
Right. No, makes sense, man. No, I noticed that you had it around something, but it was hard to see what you had it around. It looked like a camera.
Yeah. It's made like a trail cam. But it's a recorder, audio recorder.
Mm-hmm. And then watch this stuff. Look at this guy. Mm-hmm. Look at him. Watch. Ready, T-Hoot? We're going to scan around this one. Look at this guy. It's him headed into the woods. What the hell?
Wow.
Look at this stuff. Did you make that parabolic?
I did, yeah.
Interesting.
But I also bought one. I bought a Sony one that works really good.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Is that just a metal bowl, Paul?
Yeah, I got it at Goodwill and I painted it black. Just a plastic bowl.
Yeah, it works.
No, it's a great idea.
Curious Cryptid says the Vadoma tribe in Africa are called ostrich feet due to being remote and inbreeding.
Really?
So, yeah, I mean that's pretty interesting stuff about the one toe with the footprints.
Yeah, because when I saw it, I thought it must have been an injury, but then when I saw her picture of the opposite foot, then I figured it must be inbreeding.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this is the other one I liked. This one's awesome.
That's over where I go all the time, close to my house. There's a bunch of those double arches like that.
Well, one thing I want to bring up to you, actually, when finding this, what I recently discovered is the end of the arch can be buried into the ground. Good night, John. It can be buried into the ground. So whenever you see these arches, don't, just because there's a log on it, actually look under it and see if you can pull it out of the ground.
Well, plus, a lot of times you see it's a sapling that you can see it's only like a couple of years old, and it looks like the tree that's laying on it is like been there for 20 years.
Oh, really? Yeah. No, that's wild. I think the whole setup is wild, you know.
Hey, Tubing. I'm here, Rich. I've just been watching on my TV. Great evidence, guys.
Oh, good. So it tells me like there's nobody here, which I think was BS. You know, understand that. Let's take a roam around this real quick. And then look at all the trees in the background on the ground. Does that look familiar?
Tons of them.
Look at it.
Is that on a hill, Paul?
No, it's fairly flat there.
Fairly flat, yeah.
Looks like
that's pretty close to what I called the bunny bush. I don't know if you saw that, but there used to be a bush over here not too far from there that it looked just like a rabbit. I mean, exactly like a rabbit.
Look at this right here. Is that a 90? A big 90?
We zoom in.
Hard to tell. Interesting.
I don't think so.
No? Could be a stump? The tree's laying on it?
Yeah, I think the tree is laying on it, Rich, but I don't see, like, if it's...
Yeah, I think it's laying across.
Connected.
Yeah, hard to tell. Interesting, though. I love it. Great area, dude. Great area. Let me see what you sent me here. Everybody, hang in there. I'm going to see if I can look at this one print because I don't know. I know I put one in there that had, it looked like it had ridges, and I don't know where it went. You know what I mean? So, Paul,
Well, I
tell
sent
us.
you 3, and one of them is the one I accidentally sent one you just showed,
Mm-hmm.
but the other 2 were not ones you showed.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I thought this is one I had in there. This is the one I was looking at. Yep, that's the
Yeah,
one. Yeah,
that's,
the one with the light bear next to it. Oh, look at that.
yeah.
That's cool as hell. Hang on, I gotta
One of
save it.
those, one of those is the one that you were looking at the cast of,
Oh yeah, I see
and
it.
the other one has 6 toes. That's the one I was hoping you would pull up.
Oh, yeah. Okay, is that the one with the cigarettes next to it?
Yeah, well, the one with cigarettes is this one, if I remember right. This one here.
Okay, and
But
then
you can see it
the
in
six
that
toe.
picture. You can see how the pinky toe shows up in that print pretty good, but for some reason it didn't come out in the cast.
Is the one with the 6 toes with the light bear that has the slide?
With the beer can, yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Look at the scrapes in the mud.
Yeah, I got you. No, that's really cool. Hang on.
And I didn't notice it had 6 toes when we were there looking at them until like a year later. I was looking at my pictures on my phone and I realized it. I wish I would have cast that one.
Hang on, I just got to turn them sideways.
Yeah, we had 3 toes, Paul.
Yeah.
A couple of occasions.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah.
What the hell? That's
Probably
all
inbreeding again.
Oh man, freaky. Let me go BanterWithRichieB. Paul Fraizer episode. Save it there. Upload. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got, people. Let's see what we got. Let's go. Keep your questions coming. Wojo's working.
I'm working. I haven't seen anybody have any questions. Feel free.
Yeah, bring it.
I'll read them out. Who's the first?
Yeah, what you got? Now I don't know how these are gonna fit, so I gotta try. Oh, there's that one. All right. So usually I prepare before the show. Oh shit, which one did I put in? Oh, I put the can in. This is the cigarettes. I think they look the same. Stupid. That one has that rock right there, right? Yeah. Okay, let's try that.
Questions?
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
that is this one that you're looking at. That's
Oh, okay, Dihu, there you go. Right, check this out, man.
So you can see the pinky toes right there, but for some reason it's not in the cast.
That is fully zoomed right there. Unless I go back and put it in. But look at it. This is the one I was looking at, I think, because you can see the ridges by the hail.
That's Jack
How deep
Warren's
is that,
cigarettes
Paul?
right there.
Paul, how deep is that?
How deep? It's
Paul,
probably close to 2 inches. Probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks
close
like from this picture.
Yeah, it's pretty deep.
Look at that. You almost make out like dermal ridges in it. Pretty wild, huh, guys? Isn't that wild? What a way to show these, though.
That's at Saltport by the lake. Heading out to the cattails.
Yeah, that's amazing, man.
Is that the only print nearby that, Paul? I mean,
No, all those prints, all the ones you saw were from right that same day, right there together.
Like you saw found the tracks of it, you know. That
Yeah.
was
The one with the really big toe. I mean, with all the toes, but the one big toe was really big.
Yeah.
That was there, same spot. And then this next one, if he shows it, that it was right there also.
That's a good question.
So, obviously, it was several different ones. It was multiple creatures, not just one.
Have you? Kurt wants to know: has Paul ever thought he encountered anything else besides Bigfoot, or seen something, structure, print, etc., that made him consider otherwise? Any dogmen out there? Any kind of wackiness? A couple of aliens floating around? What do you got going on? You go to your research area pretty regularly, right?
Yeah, I go a couple times a week usually.
Right. So
no, I haven't seen anything other than what I thought was a Bigfoot, and that was in Alabama when I saw that. But
right. Is the sprung tree locked into something? Non-roots end. It looked like they were under logs, Benno. Were those double arches? Did they hold it down on the logs?
I will go back there tomorrow and I'll find out.
Yeah,
For sure.
and do
I'll
me a
get
favor.
dinner.
See if you can pull the end out and see if it's buried in the ground. I've been finding them 5 to 8 inches, I would say, into the compost, buried into the ground.
I have found that before.
So it's not Mother Nature. Mother Nature's not going to bend a tree over and stick it in the ground 5 to 8 inches. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
Paul, what season was this picture taken?
Yeah, Denny wants to know.
That was in
Actually,
October.
I want to know, really. October.
That was in October. Yeah.
October. And Elvis says, Paul, I still play the CD you sent me. We played song for Mama Rainfeather Services. Hi. She thanks you for that. That's awesome.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that. That's great. That is awesome.
She was getting kind of picked on in another group this a couple of years ago, and I felt bad for her, so I sent her that CD.
And Ben on Tubin wants to know if me and Wojo get recognized. Kind of off topic, he says. In the public, I have a few times. Yes, it's very weird. Yeah, and then, I met somebody who knew somebody, and that person followed me already. That was It does get a little weird. Wojo, you finding any of that going on in your life?
Really, one that stood out the most. The kid played softball with you. I was in line buying zingers and peanut butter, and he's like, "Hey, that's a cool logo." He goes, "Banter with Richie B," right? I'm kind of looking at it. He goes, "Yeah, I played softball with Richie." I go, "Oh." I said, "Oh, I'm Wojo." He goes, "Oh, you're Wojo." And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Tell Richie said hello and everything else." And I go, "Yeah, well, I hope you like and subscribe, and buy the merch."
Yep.
But it was pretty cool. Actually, our friend Lisa, that's part of the group, she wears her shirt everywhere, and she was down in a town called Plymouth, and then she met a few people, like just random people that recognized the shirt, like, "Oh, Banter with Richie B, yeah, we watch them."
Yeah,
so it's kind of cool.
It's a lot of fun. It's nice because it opens up conversation, and you get to have that conversation, and people don't really know me as a loon in that way. You kind of have some credibility when you talk to people if they kind of know you a little bit too, It's kind of
hello, Mr. Mike Tinsley.
Mike Tinsley, you get your tire fixed, bro? You okay, bud? Get over to Paul's Facebook group. That's Western Ohio Bigfoot Research. Make sure you guys follow him over there, please. Check him out, or just go on his page. Or actually, it's a group. Excuse me, it's a little different than a page. Does Paul have a lot of planes or other sounds, trains, and animals that seem to ramp up when he's in the woods, then seem to calm when he's not?
Well, I don't know about that, but it's aggravating when on my audio I get a lot of, you'll hear something really interesting, and all of a sudden a plane will fly over and drowns it out. It's kind of aggravating. Or train.
Well, you might want to pay attention to that. That's all we're going to say. Right, Kurt? Wink, wink. Yep, let's get that out of the print. And then this has been a great show, man. I love hanging with you, Paul. It's very enjoyable.
It's been great.
Now make sure I get the right one because they're close as far as from a distance goes. So that's that one.
It's the one with the beer can.
Yeah, well, from this height, they all look like beer cans.
Right there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that, dude. Is this the sixth one?
Six toes. Look at the scrapes.
Jesus.
In the mud.
Look at that. Yeah,
that's him lifting up his foot.
I don't know.
Right, Rich? Toe drag.
Like a front toe drag?
Yeah, it looks like a front toe drag.
Oh, so he kind of took that step and grabbed his back foot up like that. And he was so deep, it dragged. That's a good point. Yeah, because otherwise it would be deeper. Because with the weight coming down, you would have like a big rut of toes. The weight came down in front of that drag and then came up that mud hill. Well, a hill to it. You know what I'm saying? So if you're coming down on the toes, the weight that's at its highest point. But when you're lifting up the back and moving, then it's lighter, and that's why you don't have them so deep. Right? Is that what you're saying, Woj?
All right, Rich, if you look at the foot, look at the darker features of it. You can see the toe planted right there. I can see it clear as
no, that's what I'm saying. Right. I just explained it pretty clearly, I think, sir. Good Lord.
Yeah, no, I'm just like looking at this image. It's like beautiful. It's a great picture, Paul.
I wish I had it zoomed in more. Damn it. I just put it in there quick. But look how deep that is, dude. Yeah, you can see that. That's right, Woj. And the second toe to the left of the big toe is buried under the ground, and that's why it breaks as it lifts. You see what I'm saying? So this toe, I forgot I can point at things. This toe here, so here's the big toe. That's underwater, say. We'll just call it underwater because it's a wet area because of the weight. But look at this one. This one's inward, buried, right? So he goes to lift, and he breaks this off and then drags as he steps out of his spot. But these ones don't sink completely because most of the weight, as we know as humans, is over here. So look at these, and they just drag upward. Where am I going? Do I go? Oh, I go that way. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Look at that, dude. That's insane, dude. Now, where is this again?
That's at Salt Fork. They were all together, same area.
Fork is happy. See what I mean about Ohio, dude? You know, this is not. This is different than those other places.
And that is October.
Yeah, and that's October as well, right? Everybody's going, wow, oh my God, wow. Like, seriously, guys, it's a stick pointer, very appropriate. Thank you. I changed it up from a candy cane just for you guys.
I'm going there in 2 weeks.
Oh, good. Elder is off to dinner. Enjoy your dinner. It was great to see you again, Paul, and many blessings to you. Hi. Thank you. Thank you, Mama. Awesome.
Now, Rich, like the area like where it's dragging, you see further up from that do you think is that like a little pile of the leftover sand maybe like sliding off to the left of that more?
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Up here? It might be a toe tap. Are you talking about right here, right? This spot right here?
Yes.
Yeah, that might be a toe tap. I think you see 1, 2, then 3, and if you line them up, if you're here and then you're here, that might be a toe tap. So it came out, and his foot was dragged down with the mud, and then those 3 toes tapped again, and he stepped off. That could be it. That could be what that is. I wish I could have zoomed in more. But I see it. I could see. It looks like a toe tap.
That's an amazing picture. Look at that.
That's
6
badass, dude.
Toes. Look at the lines. Looks like the American flag, like just how it's perfectly across.
It's amazing. And then you got the American bear right above it. I mean, come on, man. You look at much more Bigfoot than that, right? They got the bear. What the hell's going on out there in the woods with you, Paul Fraizer? You guys I think I saw a Bigfoot. Like, what's happening?
Bear and deer steaks.
Yeah, right. Let's cook something up. Beto can email me. I've been feeling something for me. That makes sense. Yeah, think about it, right? So that's the beautiful part now. You have these different types of evidence here. Now you have emotion. It's not just a step and then it disappears. You actually have emotion, not emotion, a motion in that picture, which I think is amazing because that's another point of evidence that we always talk about. Have more than one thing that goes with that one piece of evidence, validates it and makes it stronger, right? Solidifies it. I think that's, you know what I mean? So I think that's awesome because there is a toe drag there. Again, you're talking about motion. Nobody can say, oh, he faked that. How do you fake that?
Yeah.
How do you fake motion? How do you fake something else's natural motion? You don't.
And I couldn't have sunk it that deep.
No. Well, yeah, me and Wojo do that all the time. We were doing that the other day on the live. I was jumping down on clay. I'm going, there's no way. You know?
Yeah,
Elder's email. If anybody would like some beautiful jewelry, or I have cream today. Miss Jessica hurt her hand while working in the yard, and I use Elder's cream. So go over to email Elder right there, miss.prettyeyes143@gmail, and get yourself some cool stuff. Everything's pretty much blessed. You got tobacco here. We use this tobacco in the woods. We have all kinds of things, you know. So incense and things like that. She's been very generous to us and sent gifts from me, not just me, but Jessica. I actually have a cool piece of jewelry right here from her that I keep in my studio that I was probably supposed to give to the Satunga, but I like it so much that I'm a little bit selfish sometimes. So check that out.
Yeah.
So make sure you get over there and talk to Elder Medicine Bear.
Oh, thanks, Kurt. Thank you so much for the donation.
Oh, that's awesome, Kurt. Thank you, brother. We appreciate it. We know that. Yep, the peanut butter, and Zinger's Fund. We're not even going to call it Super Chat no more. In honor of Kurt and his brilliance, we're going to call it the Peanut Butter and Zinger Fund from now on, because that goes a long way. Thank you so much. You guys are all awesome. Paul, I mean, I've seen a lot of evidence in my days, brother, but that just blows me away. The stuff that you've gotten, and and you're so subtle about it. You know what I mean? I love your calmness, and that's something that I thrive for. Now, with a lot of advice from Elder, from Susan, other people trying to slow my body down a little bit. You have that natural ability probably to do that. I do not. I have to teach myself to calm down because I get so excited, man. Do you ever find yourself getting excited? I mean, what is Paul Fraizer's excitement when he knows that there's a presence of a Bigfoot around him? What do you get?
Well, if you there's a video of that hike I did at Conica National Forest where I saw those eyes.
Yeah.
It was when I was walking away from there. I was heading back to my truck, and I'm heading up this hill, and I got a recorder in my hand the whole time. I'm recording as I'm walking, and I heard a barred owl. So I stopped. I thought, I'll try to record that barred owl. And I'm standing there listening, and it sounded like something's rushing up on me from behind.
Oh yeah, I've had that.
And my immediate thought is mountain lion. That's what I'm thinking.
Right.
And I try to grab my bear spray out of my pocket, and I'm turning around. There's nothing there. I still hear it, but I don't see anything. I can hear it coming at me. And then all of a sudden I see it's all this bark and branches hit the ground. It was sliding down this tree. That's what I was hearing, was it sliding down the tree. But to me, it sounded like something coming this way at me, but it was actually coming down. But yeah, you can hear it. I get a little excited on that in the video when that happened.
All right. So on your YouTube channel, you're talking, and on your Facebook?
Yeah.
YouTube?
Yeah. Well, it's on my YouTube channel.
All right. So go over to YouTube, check out his channel, and see what happens to Paul Fraizer when he gets excited. And then compare it to RichiebB and let me know how that goes. What the?
Yeah, it might be a little different.
Yeah. I'm an idiot. I'm always, did you hear that? And they're standing right next to me. I don't even know where that comes from. It just shoots out of my gullet. I'm like, did you hear that? Of course I heard it. I'm standing next to you, idiot. You know what I mean? It's just the reaction you get. I got goosebumps just thinking about it. I love it. I love this stuff, man. You love this stuff?
Oh, yeah. Well, what I had done, because I had the recorder going the whole time, and like I said, every now and then I take my phone out and do a little video and put it back. Yeah. And what I did is I synced up the audio with those video clips. So It actually has the entire hike on the audio, and then the video clips are interspersed there.
That's unbelievable, dude. So check it out, everybody. Make sure you get over to Paul's YouTube channel, Western Ohio Bigfoot Research. Join his Facebook group. Support him. He's like one of us. He's there. He researches with kindness, and he's not walking around shit on everybody's opinions. You know what I mean? So, it's very important that we collaborate and we share this stuff. Look at the stuff we just learned even tonight. We don't get to see prints like that. We don't get to see that drag. And Wojo so astutely pointed out, it looked like it was coming up out of the footprint and dragging it. And to me, that's a 100% nailed it, because it looks like it did, and it looks like it toe tapped. And that's an amazing evidence. So make sure you support Wally and you support Paul. Yeah. And don't forget Wally, man. And it's just an amazing dynamic. And I'm blessed to call you my friend, Paul. I appreciate you. And I love being up on the mountain with you with Ernie's story. Ernie,
that was great.
Ernie's special because the people that he actually picked to go with him, you think about that. That says everything about that man. He knows exactly our intentions, and he knows the amount of respect that we carry. And for him and his event that changed his whole entire life, that I don't know if you know that he blessed me with the rights to all his pictures and photos that he has is now part of the Banter with RichiebB family. And we actually have in the merch store the Ernie Davio collection. He didn't know we were doing that, but that's what we did. And the logo for that is, the slogan for that is, honor the man and the moment. And that's what you should do, is honor the man and the moment. Because when we stood there with Ernie Davio on the side of, what was it, October Mountain? Yeah. And you
Cobble Mountain.
Cobble Mountain. And you watched his emotion. It was palatable. You could feel it. You could feel that man's emotion. That man was emotional.
He was reliving it.
I hugged the man in the middle of the woods. Like, I got you, bro. Yeah. You're okay. Like, he was really living it. You could see the tremble. You could see all of it. And this is the thing, not just the moment that he lived through, but the bullshit he dealt with that made it possible for guys like myself and Mojo and Paul to come out here and talk about it. Because he didn't care. He never swayed. He never budged. He never moved. He kept telling his story. And people stopped telling their story because of people that shit on him. And that's unacceptable nowadays. If you're doing that, you're on your way out, man. You either change your ways or you're gone, because we're making a movement, and it's all about researching kindly. So that's 100%. So, dude, you're an awesome dude. Benno, thank you for that super sticker, by the way. Appreciate that. It says written on his knuckles. That's funny. That all goes to the Peanut Butter and Zinger Fund, everybody. So we appreciate that. Mr. Tinsley, I didn't see if you got your tire fixed. I hope you did. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. This was one of my favorites, man, sitting with Paul and getting his dynamic and understanding. And we found out he's an absolute killer guitar player. So go look up Paul Fraizer on YouTube and just enjoy his music, because that was insane. I'm probably getting hit with a copyright, but I don't even give a shit, because it was just so awesome. It was awesome. Who cares, right?
Yeah, it was cool.
Not here for that shit. I'm here to get to know people and understand why they do like what I do, right? Like, we're different people from different walks of life. Here we are looking for the same thing. And almost the same exact way, except I don't have a dog, unless you count Wojo. He's kind of like a puppy sometimes. Yeah, he cuddles up to me off camera. It's weird. But anyways.
Sorry. Well,
no,
I would
sorry.
like to say one thing real
you
quick.
You can say anything you want. The floor is yours, Mr. Fraizer. Go ahead.
Okay. Salt Fork, it's the biggest state park in Ohio. I don't know if you had heard of it before this, but pretty well known in the Bigfoot world. But they built a new nature center, and the last video I posted on my channel shows that nature center, and it's got a Bigfoot theme to it, the nature center.
Okay.
It has all kinds of stuff with Bigfoot in it. And actually, the Cliff Barrickman, out in Oregon, he has a museum.
Yep.
And that Bigfoot he calls Murphy.
Yeah.
They hired that same guy to build a Bigfoot for the nature center at Salt Fork.
Oh, that's so cool, man. That's so cool. My first run-in with him was I had a 360 twist on my game trail. And one of his associates in this area that came out for the BFRO when I actually acknowledged them, wanted that 360 twist. They wanted me to cut it off at the ground and send it to him in his museum. And I was brand new. I actually gave it a thought, and then I was like, I guess that's when I determined what kind of a researcher I was going to be, because I was like, that's not mine, that's theirs. I felt like I was betraying them for the first time ever was with that twist, where I could give it to this guy that was on TV. I'm brand new, I'm in my backyard, and you feel that little bit, and then all of a sudden, I wouldn't do it. I kept getting pulled to stop and not think like that, and then all of a sudden I was like, I can't do that. And that was my first run-in with them, and my last, basically, with them.
Have you seen the one that Jack Warren's wife found over at Salt Fork, that twist?
I might have. I'd have to see it in order to understand. It's
a 360 where a pine branch is just twisted all the way around.
Yeah, and Tim Vogel actually sent me one. Him and Eric have a crazy twist-off branch that goes all the way around. This one was a sapling probably about my height. And it was right on the game trail, and I remember going by it because my arm would brush off it as I was going to the camera. And then I went by it, and then years later, I'm thinking, wow, I wonder if it because my scent was on it. You know what I mean? But it was twisted all the way around, and I have pictures of it on my YouTube as well. And then it was pushed to the ground, flat, like 90, like right laying on the ground, though. It was wild, man. I remember stopping going, because my arm didn't hit it. You know what I mean? And I always hit it. Sometimes I get sap on my arm, and I was like, wait. And I kind of stopped, and I looked over, and I went, and I stood there. It was like 10 minutes of like, wait, what? That's when I started realizing that structures were a thing, because I knew that thing was standing upright just days earlier. And then to look at it and investigate it and realize something with a thumb had to go like this with a lot of strength.
Yeah.
So, it's awesome, man. Your open-mindedness is just awesome, and it's exactly what the research field needs. Wojo, great job tonight. Everybody on the side, you guys are amazing. Ohio Bigfoot researchers, man. He knows Salt Fork very well, don't you, Tim? Tim and his wife, right? Renee.
Yeah.
Rich, do you want to save the other things for another time?
Yeah, we're way late at this point. Yeah. We'll probably do it on your show and see what Brian Terrell thinks about it. Tuesday night, that reminds me, Tuesday night, the Home of the Boom podcast with our very own Wojo as the host. We are talking about that recording that I didn't have ready last show. Remember when I got bitched at and Wojo got mad? And then he texted me after, I know you're real busy and stuff. Ho. That was rude, by the way. That was a great show, brought down by Wojo. Thank you for that. But what we did was we wanted to make it right. Because I'm a terrible producer, apparently. And we reached out to Mr. Brian Terrell, and we asked him to come on because he's the dog man guy. And we all heard that howl on that live. So Brian Terrell will be here Tuesday night, 7 p.m., Home of the Boom podcast, and we got to analyze that. We already know his thoughts, by the way. It's going to be fun, trust me. 7 p.m. Tuesday night, Home of the Boom podcast, right here on the BanterWithRichieB podcast network. We're going to have a great time. And don't forget, Wednesday, you have the Phantom Navigator with Amanda Lombardo. And then Friday again, you have Sam's. Catch it all. And Jean Fuchsberry coming soon to the network. We're super pumped for that. So excited to have her. She's super excited. And it's going to be awesome. And Paul, please, if everybody asks you to be on, come on back to the network and hang out with us, man. We just love having you, dude. You're an awesome dude. Right. And I can't wait to get here.
Absolutely.
So, we promoted your channels. Am I missing anything on your socials before I go?
Well, is that Brian Terrell from Oklahoma?
Oklahoma Red Dirt Cryptids, yeah.
Red Dirt.
I think I met him at the Pashubi Trailhead the one night when we were on the K Trail. I think he was sitting at a campfire and we went over and talked to him.
You'll know his very distinct voice and his glasses with his bald head. You'll know exactly who he is when you talk to Brian Terrell. Brian Terrell caught my eye long ago when I was scanning the internet, looking for guests and people that interested me. And one of his stories was I asked him, how did you get into this stuff? He said he was at a convenience store. There was a bunch of commotion across the street. So he went over there to see what the hell it was. And everybody was talking about a Bigfoot sighting. And he's like, what? And someone says, yeah, look at the structure it made or something. And he comes over, he's looking up. He's like, what the hell? He goes, I didn't think a Bigfoot made it. I thought there were some tweakers in the woods. And I said, then he went to keep talking. I go, no, back it up. What'd you say? And it's actually one of the clips we have, one of my highlights. And he says, yeah. I go, did you say that you thought tweakers were making structures in the woods, bro? Meaning, crackheads or whatever. He goes, yeah. I wholeheartedly thought he was going to say, no, it's a word from Oklahoma that means this. No, it's the same word. And he meant that tweakers were making Bigfoot structures in the woods. Absolute riot. He's a funny dude. I want to say goodnight to everybody tonight. I'm the weatherman, apparently.
Great job on the weatherman.
Well, I hope you guys like this system. It's all about you. This is why I did this. This is an awful lot of work to do, to set up. I'm in the studio every morning now on Sundays trying to cut these up and make them fit. So it's a lot of work, but I thought it would be best for you guys to see better what we see in the woods, or what we see like what Paul sees in the woods, and get into those structures and really be able to break them down and look at the different angles and not just have the little shitty phone with a bat. So that's why I do it. I won't always get to everything, but this takes a lot of time and a lot of work to do. And I want to thank you guys for your patience and respect. Monday, here's a big announcement. Monday, we are doing a double in the woods, man. We're going to the beginning. Denny's going to be there. I know that. Somebody else is trying to get the day off. And then we're going over to the zone, and we're going to make a day of it. We're bringing lunch. I hear Denny's bringing lunch for my favorite Italiano or something like that. And there might be some cannolis involved, Wojo. And if you
cannolis,
say cannolis to an Italian guy, forget it, man. I might dry hump his leg. I'm probably going to dry hump his leg. But I want to thank everybody for being here, man. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and, of course, YouTube. Like, subscribe, and hit that notify button Tell your friends about us. This is different. Nobody's doing this. It's all about you guys, man. I love you, baby Jack. I love you, Mama. Wojo, get us out of here because that's what you do.
Hey, thank you all for being on here. Remember, we are home of the boom. Cannoli Monday, baby. Boom.
Hey, we got Paul to do a boom. Thank you, everybody on the side. Thank you for your donations. Everybody keep climbing. Tuesday night, home of the boom. Paul.